All right, welcome to the Severe Cinema Podcast. I'm Ryan, this is Kelly, and this is James.
I can't believe I just did the fucking...
Kelly, why don't you introduce James for us?
I was not fucking prepared. This is James.
Hi, how are ya?
I currently work with James. James also works in the alarm industry and has previously worked with Mr. Ryan. Did you guys ever work directly together like James and I do?
Yeah, I was in the department with you.
Okay.
With James.
Okay. Gotcha. I left that department before James came over. So it wasn't until James came to my department that I worked directly with him.
Oh, yeah. We were in the previous department together
gotcha.
for a while. That's right.
Yes.
I'm going to check our
some
Twitch
creations.
dashboard and make sure that looks good.
We did.
You guys made some creations,
We
eh?
did. We spent most of our time making Mickey Mouse noises. And whatnot, but yeah, we did some work.
Mr. Ryan, are you a real boy?
No. I'm a fake boy.
I'm a fake boy.
However, I have been in charge of this company for 50 years, and all I need to do is come down to Colorado to solve your problems. And I'm upset about that.
If you were to solve all my problems, would I need to just give you my paycheck for having solved those problems? I mean, you did it for me.
3 easy installments of your paychecks.
Right.
3.
Thank God they're easy installments, too.
Easy.
It's like that vacuum cleaner I bought for 12 easy payments of $35,555. If they hadn't been easy, I wouldn't have bought it. Fuck that.
And you still have this?
5 easy payments of $35 and 1 really hard payment of $7. We're going to make that shit difficult. Has to be carved into a rock.
Oh, like the old days.
Mm-hmm.
The old
days.
Before the Facebook.
And the settlers
And
used
the
to ride
Twitter.
those baby for miles.
So we really didn't have much we wanted to talk about. We thought it was going to kind of flow through organically.
And it will.
Once we get some alcohol.
We're just getting kind of started. We got some liquid courage
The
here.
liquid courage is
And,
pouring down.
And, we just need some topics to talk about. And as always, if you're watching this on YouTube, we also streamed it live on Twitch in real time. And so later on, as we get viewers, we might get some people posting questions, comments, trying to troll us and being dicks, whatnot.
So maybe like the guy who said you needed to eat, then eat.
Yes. They're like, hey, you fat fuck, you should go eat, then eat. So, that's a fantastic idea.
Eat.
Yeah.
Yep. That was his trolling me. He was like, hey, fat fuck, you should go eat, then eat. And I was like, you're abso-fucking-lutely right. I should go eat and eat. That's the best idea I've ever heard.
Did you know you were fat?
No, I had no clue. Not until he mentioned it. And then I was like, oh, goddamn.
I'm sorry you had to find out that way. That's horrible.
Me too. He actually ended up getting pissed that we made light of it so much he just left.
Well, you said something like, okay, so what do you say? No, I'm gonna eat, then eat. I'm kind of confused, man. What's the deal?
I thought I had just eaten.
Gone.
You're gonna have a symphony.
A symphony. I believe the word you're looking for is symphony.
Symphony. I'm half
Symphony
Latin.
of
I
eating.
can't say certain words. So
That whiskey kicks in quick, don't it?
It does. All right, I'm gonna stop there because I don't know where I'm going with it. So.
There you go.
A symphony orchestra. I don't think it
Symphony.
I don't think it could be more clear.
Of like a buffet, and then for an encore, you're gonna eat more.
Absolutely.
That's what I was trying to go with.
Eat, and then I'm gonna go back and eat. I'm actually letting a couple of friends know that we're live because they asked us specifically, let us know when you're live so we can
watch.
So we
they can watch.
So
the new
so we
guy
can
fuck
ignore
up.
you with purpose.
Yeah.
The nerves will calm down here a little bit, I'm sure.
So, James? What's been going on with you lately?
Well, I've recently gone on vacation. And it's been amazing.
Where'd you go?
I'm not going anywhere.
Staycation.
It's a staycation, but I'm doing things with the kids. We're going out and doing things. Like we Pokemon Go.
Okay, that's still a thing?
It is. When this first came out, I made fun of everybody that was playing it. I'm like, nerds everywhere.
Yeah.
But
fucking nerds.
They got really into it, and I love being part of my kids' life, so I do things with them. And so I installed the app on my phone and started playing, and then, oh, this is okay, flicking the ball at these weird looking fucking creatures. And then they're like, oh, you gotta hatch your eggs. I'm like, hatch my eggs? What the fuck is that?
What the fuck you talking about?
So I'm like, looking, there's another page on this thing. I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of eggs. And you gotta put them in these incubators. And you have to walk to hatch them for more creatures and candy for the creatures to evolve them into more weird
They
looking creatures.
evolve by eating candy.
Or
And stardust.
feeding them, or, yes, stardust. And so we started walking. And this fat fuck has lost 25 pounds just from walking, playing this damn game.
And all the stardust you can snort.
Success story.
It is.
Right here.
Right here.
Yep.
Pokemon Go, motherfuckers.
And this is where the BDE is coming from.
Right.
It's
This
'cause I'm
is
losing
the
weight.
big dick energy
Right.
here.
So I've lost the weight to see the big dick.
Maybe I should. I see you down
What
there.
the
I
fuck?
see you. I don't know. Maybe I should get back into that because I've lost a bunch of weight dieting and exercising and stuff. I downloaded Pokemon Go when it first came out, and I played it religiously with a couple of friends of mine for like 3 or 4 months. We would drive to like right there by Exploration Place where the river is, and we would just walk up and down the river. We walk up and down Douglas, catching Pokemans and all that shit, and I loved it. And then all of the updates that they promised, like, it just went silent. They were just like they went
Right.
dead in the water, and I was like, well, they're obviously not gonna give us any of the things that they promised, and I lost interest, and I haven't been back yet, even though they've put out major updates since then.
Right. A lot of the updates that most of those people who started playing the first time around
Right.
were looking for, it's here. And it's a fun game. The kids are into it, and we do things so daily. We're going out for 2-3 hours, and we're just walking around catching Pokemon. But we're also doing things. I mean, we go to Exploration Place, the zoo. We're just out and about, and then this week I'm probably going to go up to Hutch and go to the Cosmos Fair. I haven't been in 20 years, so I'm hoping things are still cool, and that they're still cool. The biggest thing is that I'm not stressed, and they can see it,
Right.
and we're having a good time.
And you're losing weight. You're gonna
am.
live longer, so you can beat them more.
That's right.
Is that not a normal thing?
I don't know. Can we talk about beating kids? Because I called it discipline, and that's what my parents gave me.
You can call it whatever you want. It's still a 2x4.
Oh, damn.
That's what we got hit with. We had
Right, but your childhood was not mine.
no.
What's up? What's up, Citrus? Citrus
Hi.
supports.
What is up? That didn't come through on this
That's
chat
I
over.
brought it up after. Because I saw the message, and then I remembered to bring up
What
chat
is
so you could
up,
see it.
Citrus? What did he say over there?
Just say
Citrus
fine.
supports.
Citrus
Citrus
supports.
support.
The Emperor protects. I like it. I like it.
Lemon. It's good. Okay.
Vitamin C, motherfucker.
We ain't getting scurvy.
I had scurvy once.
Wait, doesn't whiskey stave off the scurvy?
Does it have?
I think it should.
Does whiskey have vitamin C? Because scurvy is literally vitamin C deficiency.
It can tonight.
I bet it does.
It does. Yeah.
I'm sure at some point.
This is emergency. We're holy shit. Get a packet of emergency, pour it in your whiskey,
Oh my
and then dump it down the fucking drinks.
Tell you
That's
what.
gross.
That's what's going to have to happen.
Well, thanks for retweeting the podcast. We appreciate it. It's going to be a good one. Mr. James is here for the first time.
James, is it a round of applause if it's two fucking
I gotta sit down,
people? I don't know.
Yeah.
Here, I'll even join you so it's not awkward.
You clap for yourself. That's adorable.
It's the
I do too.
BDE.
It's the BDE. It's the big dick
Big
energy
dick.
coming from Mr. James over here.
Back in my day when I was a young man, it was called confidence.
Right. Yeah, and
We came
it
to that
probably,
conclusion earlier.
in all honesty, should be still.
It is. But I don't know, is it quicker to say confidence or BDE? But then
See, that's what's wrong with this new generation.
Mm-hmm.
People just want to say what's quicker, not what's right.
You know, there's still some pay money in riding. If you're
Oh shit!
interested.
Because I was
Yeah.
looking for some pay money,
Yep.
and I have this horse in my truck.
Hook it up,
So
man.
you're saying round these parts?
Around these parts, there's some pay money in riding.
Shit.
are we talking horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should probably stop though.
Okay.
Yeah. It is a reference. That's the word. To one of our earlier Severe Cinema videos when we were watching the movies, the Cowboys versus Dinosaurs.
Oh my gosh, yes.
It's my favorite.
And the dude pulls up in his pickup truck and he's like, "Hey, what you been doing? I've been around. Well, if you're looking for some pay money, or no, he said if you're looking for work, there's still pay money in riding.
Yeah.
Like, so I could just trot the fuck around on a horse and some dude's just gonna make it rain as I go.
I mean, to be fair, I think he was talking about like being in the rodeo.
Oh, probably, or
But yeah, it doesn't.
Well,
it
or
doesn't
fucking wrangling cattle, or
cattle wrangling.
something you do on the back of a horse besides trotting down the road. But there's pay money for riding.
I'm not sure what that.
I mean, why
what that
couldn't
emote is, Mr. Kelly?
It looks like a face palm, Mr. Ron.
Okay.
It actually looks kind of like your face. I mean, it's not,
Well,
but it looks kind of like it.
What?
the face is covered though,
Yeah, but I
and
mean,
it's not my hair.
But I don't. I mean,
Okay, no, cool. It's my face.
yeah. No, I'm saying it could be. It's not, so it isn't.
So I have something to add about acronyms, as we were talking about BDE,
Yes.
LDE, long dick.
Long
Energy.
dick energy.
So I had this really young girlfriend a couple of years ago, and I threw on some techno. What I know is techno music. Yeah. Oh, why'd you stop? And we pulled up to the house and turned it off, and she's like, "I didn't realize you were into EDM." And I'm like, "What the
EDM.
fuck is that?" Is that music we were listening to? What does that stand for? Electronic dance music.
Well, I'm actually impressed she knew what it stands for, because most of the people I know that call it EDM, which I don't care. Call it whatever the fuck you
Don't
want.
know what the
I don't
fuck
care.
it is.
But they don't know what it is. They're like, "Oh man, I'm really into EDM." And if I swear to God, if you ask them like, "What's EDM?" they'll be like, "This." Well, what's EDM stand
While
for?
they're like,
This is EDM.
Yeah, this is it. You're listening to it, buddy.
but yeah. And then also, she had a cassette, like her phone case was drawn on was a cassette, a picture of a cassette tape.
Does she even know what that was?
Well, that's the thing. So we were at having steak dinner, and our waiter was older than me, and he said he mentioned something about her, like she had her phone on the table, and he said something about it, and I was like, she ain't even old enough to know what that is, and he's like, I was about to say, you don't even look old enough to know what that is.
Right, the mixtape.
Yeah,
You had that special girl. You made that mixtape,
Oh man, that's amazing.
and she never listened to it.
Yeah. Oh,
so now
now I have a sad.
it's a mixed playlist.
Mm-hmm.
That you
right.
like email to him or something.
Right.
I was.
You put it in the cloud.
Yeah, there we go.
I was at my mom's house, and I don't remember why, but I was cleaning out like her computer desk area, and I came across some floppy disks, some like 3.5-inch floppies.
Okay.
They hadn't been used, or didn't even have a port, but there was still a little case of them. So I pulled them out and I set them up on the desk because I was going to do something with them. I don't remember what it was, a few years now. And one of my sister's friends walks in, and at the time she's like 13 or something, and she's like, "Why do you have a bunch of save icons on your desk?"
Oh
Icons,
my god,
wow.
no way.
Swear to God.
Oh my god.
Hand to God.
Dude.
And like I pulled one out and I was like, "Do you mean this?"
This storage device.
That's a
and-
face palm
and-
right there.
And she was
Citrus.
like, "Yeah, save icon." And I was like, she's like, "Did you make that?" And I was like, "This is like," and so I took the time to explain it to her. I was like, like a flash drive, like you plug it in and you like put stuff on it. She's like, "Yeah." I was like, that's what this is, but a really fucking old one.
Right.
And she was just like,
one emoji
yeah.
on this.
And she was just like,
Yeah. 1.5 megs.
Meg, yeah.
she just
my
gave me
God.
a little
Like
and just left.
why? Like I'm trying to think like how she even made that connection. Like why would there be physical save icons in a stack?
And this was
Today's
before
youth.
3D
They'll be
printing was
voting
like
soon.
huge. Like I could almost see somebody now being like, "Oh, huh, you 3D printed a save icon, huh?"
Okay.
But this was before then. I think she just was genuinely dumb for one, but two, also just genuinely curious. Like, why do you have a bunch of save icons? Like, I want to know what the fuck that is. So I explained it to her, and of course I got a teenager. Okay. And then she left. I was like, "Bitch, I don't care about you. Fucking leave."
What else has been going on with you, James?
Work. That seems like all we do as adults is work.
Work to
Come
pay
home.
somebody else, right?
Yeah, exactly. and it's frustrating, especially when you work the overtime, and then the man gets another 40%.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
God damn. God.
And then all your get rich quick schemes start going through your head. Oh man, if I can just do this, play the lottery every now and then, I'm gonna hit, and then I'm gonna continue working because I'm not gonna be one of those guys. I'm like, no, I'm gonna say fuck this place, and burn through my money. Cocaine and whores, like normal Americans would do. Speaking of normal Americans,
Yeah.
Larry, our buddy Larry,
Oh yeah.
he's done it the right way. Came to this country from Sri Lanka, got a student visa because he wants to get an education, learn the American way, and we are learning him. We are learning him. But
how to America.
He took the steps to become a citizen and not just stay in the country illegally because his visa was expiring and he had no plans on leaving.
Yeah.
And of course, being the friends that we were, we put him on the right path. We said it's either ICE or take the citizenship.
ICE.
But it's a huge step. He's not denouncing his country, but he's saying this is now his home.
Right.
This is who he is. He's an American citizen now. My mom did this in the 70s, years ago. Barely knowing English, did all the necessary steps to become a U.S. citizen. So anybody that does that, I'm proud of them. I don't even care if I know them.
Yeah. And we
got a place right there.
As a department, we were so proud. And he's not, how do I explain it? I mean, everybody will understand this concept. He's not one of the cool kids. Like, he doesn't hang out in the normal group. He doesn't chit-chat and stand up and dick around and stuff like that. He keeps his head down and he's quiet and he does his work. And
Isn't that what they say about serial killers, though?
That's... Okay, but let's be honest. What are the odds of there being 2 serial killers in our department?
That's true.
But, yeah, I mean, that's the kind of guy he is. And when we found out that he was doing this, all of us were immediately like, fuck yeah, dude. You go, dude. And, like, when he, like, finally got it, we were like, hell yeah. Like, he's coming out with us on Saturday and having some fucking beers and shit. Like, buy you a beer. Because that's an awesome thing to do. Like, to be like, you know what? I don't want to go back home. I want to stay here. I'm going to do the shit I need to do to stay here legally and all that stuff. And he just fucking did it. So, if you're watching this, and I doubt you are, because Twitch confuses you. He's told me. He's told me.
All right.
Like, he clicked on one of our Twitch links that I posted on Facebook, like, hours after we were off, and he's like, it doesn't work. It says you're offline. I don't get it. I swear to God this happened. But anyway, if you're watching...
you can exist in 2 places at once.
Or if you're watching this on YouTube later, Larry, we love you and we're very proud of you. Because you did things the right way, America.
As my mother would say, Larry.
Larry!
And if you like your melon in balls, you need to get a melon baller.
Howard!
Yeah.
Larry, or is it Tyrone?
Larry.
Hold on. It's Lawrence Tyrone.
T-Flex. That's how I know it.
I can't call him that.
T-Flex.
I just can't call him that. He's Larry to me because that's his American name.
Yeah.
Tyrone is his Sri Lankan name.
And we've had an influx, Mr. Ryan, of new nicknames. Like, people are getting nicknames at an unprecedented rate. And they're sticking, and people are learning them. It's amazing. Like, there's this one girl in our department, and I don't want to name a whole bunch of names of people in our department in case they're not comfortable
Do I
with
know
it.
this girl?
Yes.
Bangs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
But her nickname is Todd.
Yes.
And everyone calls...
Oh, yeah, that was a thing when I was there.
Right, but that's one example.
Okay.
And her name is Todd, and we just all call her Todd. And I'll stand up and be like, hey, Todd. And she'll be like, what? And I'll be like, yes. And that's it.
Was that the whiskey face?
Yes,
and
I've already
then-
made it.
Okay.
Twice.
And then my brother, whose name is not Tyler, his name is Tyler. And everybody's just like, hey, Tyler. And he's like, yeah, what?
I knew your brother as being...
Bean, yeah. That was one that a mutual friend gave him. Dakota has a lot of them.
He does. I just call him my little pale blue.
I know
We're
Dakota's
good.
a big fan. I know
Little
he
Dutch
won't
boy.
mind me using his name. But one of his more prominent nicknames is, and the one that's on his little name tag on his desk, is Daktoa.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
Did
famous
you
misspelling.
know
I
about
know
that?
the story.
Okay. I've known him since he was a wee lad.
Wee
A
lad.
wee lad, like 1,000 years ago.
1,000.
And so I call him Dak Dak a lot.
You know, you should incorporate Empire Strikes Back. You know, he thinks he can take on the whole empire himself. Use that.
Okay.
No.
Sure.
In the beginning, when Luke's gunner, who would sit with his back to him in the little snow speeder thing, he's like, I feel like I take the whole empire on myself. That was Dak.
And then dies,
Dak.
Yeah, and dies. Yeah, his name was Dak. D-A-K.
He didn't have that big Dak energy.
No big Dak in
He
him.
missed it. He had the small dick energy.
I've managed. He's boothy usually, or Jamie James, Jimmy, whatever. Lots of nicknames there. I have managed so far to not end up with an official nickname, and I'm going to tell you one unofficial nickname that I have. And if it ends up being my official nickname after this, Jimmy James, I will fucking cut you.
Okay. Well, you just bring it. A big hairy bear.
I've got that big dick energy. I'll come at you, bro. Guy sits across from me. New kid. He'll be out with us on Saturday also. My nickname that he gave me was R. Kelly.
Oh, he actually told me about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
And since I have yet to pee on a teenage girl,
Yet.
never say
Yet.
never.
Right.
But because I have yet to pee on a teenage girl, and because he's not really relevant, and it's not fitting in any way to me personally except the name.
But he did write it on your ball.
But he did write it on a ball and then lose it. It actually got given to me by somebody else because he couldn't find it. It had rolled way away. I think I deserve a better nickname than that. I don't know what the fuck it would be.
We're going to have to find, yeah. R.
but
Kelly's not the name.
A lot of people. Linux has so many. Linlin is a major one. Purvi Patel. That's a pretty good
Patel,
one.
yeah.
Purvi Patel.
I heard him call Linda Lin.
They call each other Linlin.
Okay.
That's how it started.
All right.
That's how it started. They specifically started calling each other Linlin.
Imagine where Purvi Patel came from. So.
Sure. Even though he's not Pakistani or Indian.
Or Indian in any way.
We don't know for sure.
No, we do.
He's an islander.
Oh, yeah. We know he's from Trinidad.
Yeah.
Based out of Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah, he's from Wisconsin.
Out of the Sioux tribes.
Wisconsin. I had a friend from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's
And
some good whiskey.
oh my god, isn't it? It's the fucking best.
It's
It is.
smooth and it has good flavor.
There may be a chance that this allows me to grow body hair. There's a chance.
Let's start with facial hair and work our way down.
You can grow facial hair?
Barely.
Well,
Okay.
he's been working on that a few months now.
Well, no, I did
I know.
trim it.
I noticed
this
you did trim.
weekend, Yeah.
So is that the Native American in you that stops that?
Latino.
Okay.
Same thing. They're all Mexican.
Okay.
It's fine.
God damn it.
But my friend from Wisconsin.
Yeah. Is he the one that
She.
would say? Is she the one that would say like douchebag?
Yes, I would
Big.
piss her off every fucking chance I would get.
So she would say it.
Like, I would fucking pinch her. I'd throw shit at her. Like, I would argue with her. She'd be like, the sky is blue. And I'd be like, it's green, you dumb bitch. And she'd be like, you're such a douchebag. I loved it when she called me a douchebag.
I love accents. I just love them.
We're big accent fans as well.
When I worked for Hell Company, I could not stand talking to people from Green Bay.
Oh,
The account is locked and cannot be logged on to.
oh my God.
And she would read that message to me every time so we're trying passwords and over again, and she would read the entire thing to me every time. You can just say same thing. Says the same thing. You don't have to read the entire goddamn thing every time you're shitty
Which we're
accent.
slightly hypocritical about because we would get pissed at every other fucking person that wouldn't read it and would just fucking click OK, and we'd be like, what did it say? I don't know, just clicked OK.
Click.
Click. Okay, so we promised that this is not going to turn into a complaining about work episode.
We can spend an hour doing that.
But
Wait, no, because they won't.
I don't think
No,
people
it'll
are going to
go
keep
on.
watching our podcasts if every single one of them is a multi-parter.
No.
But this isn't a complaining about work. This is just a funny anecdote about one thing that happened. And then if we want to get off the work subject, we super can. Super can. So I've had 2 texts on the same day. It was last Saturday. Hang up the phone on me after I specifically told them to stay on the phone.
Okay.
And it was in one
As
ear.
in
not
they're
the
not
other.
mad at you or anything.
Right.
Okay.
So it was literally like me going, hey man, I dumped all that programming down. Stay on the line for a second. I want to make sure that it communicates with me before I let you go. Okay, yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. You have a good rest of the day. Click.
So they heard, I'll go ahead and let you go.
And that was twice, and with different wordings. Like the other one, I was like, "Okay, yeah, we're getting signals. Try and send me one more. I wanna make sure everything's cool, or something even different." And he was like, "Okay, yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it." Click.
Listening.
I didn't even call him back.
It's listening. It's one of the things that drives me nuts. My kids. You'll tell them something. Minutes go by, nothing. You say it again. Still nothing, and then you're just pissed because it's disrespectful. I'm asking you, talking to you. You're not listening to me.
I could have started this conversation out by yelling, but I decided to ask you nicely. You shitty fucking ankle biter motherfucker. Pick up your room!
Right, and it's like, why did you bring me to this point? Why do you have to make me Hulk out to get you to pick up your goddamn sock off the floor, put it in dirty clothes?
I'll light all your socks on fire. You will be fucking barefoot the rest of your life. I swear to God, if you don't pick up this fucking sock!
I'm so happy with my choices.
To not have kids?
Yeah.
They're beautiful creatures, man.
And maybe so, but I don't want any.
And that's perfectly fine, because there's enough without you.
There's a lot of us out there in the world. So
I have a niece that's 22, and I'm happy with that.
there you go.
And you saw her the other day, and
Yep.
she gave you some hugs. Fuck
Yep.
yeah!
Was that too hard?
No.
No. It
No.
wasn't too hard. Should we do it again? Harder?
Yeah.
I'm just going to be the third wheel.
No.
The
Right
BDE.
hand, left hand.
There we go.
Right hand.
Okay, we're good. All right.
All right.
BDE
That
over here.
was
Right.
very awkward.
Yeah,
Pork
come-
chops!
Oh, shit.
Hey.
That is Randon. What's up, Randon?
Oh, shit.
I told him, so his new username is Bears Beats Battlestar Galactica. But he told me specifically that he wasn't going to tell me what his new username was, and he would just say pork chops, like I told him to, so we would know who he was.
Okay.
Right on.
Okay.
Because, pork chops. Like
Pork chop sandwiches.
Yeah, like on servers.
The ex-wife is making pork chops for the family tonight. I get none.
Well, you're going to have to clarify for me. Are you surprised that a woman you call your ex isn't giving you food?
Well, hold on a second.
Because I don't know about your whole
Because-
family dynamic, but that seems a little off.
Well,
to me.
here's a family. We're a family still. We are not one of those families that are divorced and it's you take your kids and we do everything still together. She's
that's
still
nice.
one of my best friends ever.
Okay.
We
well,
just
that's
weren't
great.
the couple type. It just I'm a dick. I'll take some of that on my shoulders. A lot of it.
A lot of dick on your shoulders.
I'm not,
Shoulders.
let's clarify. I'm a dick. I'm a big asshole. I'm not the cry on the shoulder type guy. I'll give you the pat on the back when you do something.
There.
But we weren't a great couple. But we're good friends and we're good parents, and that's the important thing. I wanted the kids to know that because we're not together doesn't mean that we can't still be a family and love each other and do things for each other. So yeah, we do have family cookouts and things like that. Like for Father's Day, we cooked out all together, the whole family. So it's uncommon for people that are like, what? Because she'll calmly like bring me up in conversation, like, oh well, like we went to Worlds of Fun recently, and people were weird about that. I'm like, why? These kids need to grow up knowing that fighting, the anger, the hatred is not a good
Just
thing.
because mom and dad aren't together doesn't mean they're not mom and
Right.
dad. Doesn't mean they're not a team.
So it's not an unusual dynamic. Now,
Yeah.
the other two exes who know.
Right, and I can kind of
No.
understand that because I have one ex that's batshit fucking insane and has like meth head triplets with some dude in Chanute. Like it's a fucking,
goddamn.
it's a mess.
Chanute?
Yeah,
I know
like,
about
who the
Chanute.
fuck lives in Chanute on purpose, right?
Nobody.
Nobody. So, but the
Over
ex,
there by
but the ex
Iowa.
before that is one of my greatest friends. And like, granted, it's a little bit different because we don't have kids. But I know because of how great of friends we are, even if we did have kids, we would have continued being that good team and all that stuff. So I 100% get that.
Right.
I didn't realize that was your situation though. That's how. So all I heard was my ex is making pork chops for everybody, and I didn't get any. And I'm like, is that weird though for you?
Yeah.
And now I know.
Because she can cook now that we're not together.
Yeah.
I got this fatness by eating all that crap when she was pregnant. You don't let the pregnant woman eat alone.
Oh no
worked
no.
her way
No.
into your heart through your stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
That is
Chanute.
Chanute. No,
So-
and I'm dead serious. She left me. No, I left her. Let's be completely honest, because she wouldn't stop doing drugs. So I left her, and it was very messy. And then we eventually went our separate ways. I went to a whole new fucking town.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't, whatever. And the last time I Facebook stalked her, a couple of years ago, out of pure curiosity, like, I wonder what that bitch doing now. She had triplets with a dude that had, like, been arrested for meth, like, multiple times. And got knocked out. Had triplets, and I don't even think he's in the picture anymore. I don't know.
Meth triplets.
It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, that's great.
It's been a couple of years since I've Facebook stalked her, 'cause I just don't give a shit.
So if you know about Chanute,
I dodged such a bullet.
you probably know about Iola,
I do know
Yates
about Oil.
Center.
I've been in both of those
Yates
places.
Center. Wow.
Gas City.
Yep, I've been through Gas City.
Yeah, no one
Several
ever
times.
stops in Gas City.
Yep. Why would you?
All those little tiny towns you pass.
Little tiny flat ass Kansas towns.
That's where I used to live.
Whoa.
Not in the town, but I was Moran.
Mhm.
I lived in rural Moran.
rural Milan.
Roll.
The rural juror.
Yep. I was born in Fort Scott.
I was born
I've been
in
there.
Hale Center, Texas.
I was born in a military building.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say Humvee.
No, I believe it was a hospital. I believe back in those days.
I believe it was a hospital, but
I
don't
believe
remember.
back in those days.
Yeah.
There were hospitals in the military. So I was born in Tacoma, Washington. So I'm a northerner.
Ooh.
A
Don't you
Northwesterner,
know?
though. That's different. You're a Northwesterner, though. That's different.
Northwesterner, right? Yeah.
That's different
Maybe that's where
than
my
that's different than a
outlook on
nor'easter.
life comes from. Because it always rains up there.
By the way, Randon and anybody else watching, I think it might just be Randon right now. Feel free to jump in the chat, participate, ask questions, make comments. Maybe it will help spur some other people that join in to chat. From what I've heard and what I understand about Twitch, is most people that don't chat literally don't because they don't see anybody else chatting. It's literally it. The more people that chat, the more people that chat.
So it's like a middle school party. Nobody's out there dancing yet. So we gotta get
Precisely.
something out there.
I wanna drop this bomb on you right now. Life is like a middle school party.
Oh, profound. Where do we go from there?
Well, we didn't finish hearing about what else. Like we need to hear about your staycation.
Oh yeah.
Staycation. Well, I haven't really been at home, which has been nice. Because I like the game, but it's only like for a couple hours a day. Because usually it's when I get home, take out the anxiety, whatever, on the game. Like,
On your dick.
taking some piano wire and dragging some guy across a boat. I like
Hitman.
I like Hitman.
Sure, video games. That's what I meant.
Yeah, exactly. But I like the game, but I can't do it all day long. I can't. I get fidgety. Gotta move. So I'm just trying to find things for us to do around here. We might just drive somewhere. Maybe check out Yates Center, Gas City,
Hey man,
see America.
if you
Do you have the kid? Like, I don't know. Again, we're friends, but I don't know your whole dynamic. So I don't know when you have your kids and when you don't.
Well, generally it's going to be every weekend because I work Monday through Friday.
That makes sense.
With the staycation, basically, I'm just kind of grabbing them whenever, and it's helping, my ex out because she's got a lot going on right now. So it's helping by me taking them, and
Yeah.
I'm loving it because I'm spending more time with them. But it's generally every weekend. We avoided a messy thing by just getting the custody agreement 50-50, period. Just, and that's kind of how it works out because there's times when I have
Just
them
cut
during
the
the
kids
week.
in half.
Right. And it's not a big deal for us. So, yeah, generally every weekend unless she's got something planned that she wants them. And
Right on. That makes sense. I was just thinking, like, Jessica and I, my wife, we get bored. We do something every weekend. We either go spend money and shopping. Like, we either go spend money or we go do something. We go to the fucking zoo, or I do yard work and she does something else and cleans the fucking house. Like, we don't just couch on Sundays. Like, that's not how we roll.
Can't do it, yeah.
So I was just saying, some weekend when you have your kids, I have kids, like, they should, like, kids together.
Yes. We can adult and kids at the same time.
Right.
Oh man!
What? A play
that's
date?
what
Are
I'm
we
saying.
making a play date?
I'm saying we drink beer while they don't.
Yes.
Although my son, bless his heart, has had way more alcohol than a 4-year-old probably should. and he had it all when he was 2. He finished a margarita when he was 2.
Damn.
There was probably, like, imagine this is a solo cup. Like, I realize you have to extrapolate it out a little bit more to be a solo cup. But there was probably, like, that much margarita left in
And
the
he
solo
killed
cup.
that shit.
And we were all, like, playing poker and shit, and he was running around. And he just, like, fucking killed it. And we were just like, this is going to be bad.
Yeah, did he get goofy?
No, he was fine.
Okay.
Like, he just ended up sleepy later on and went to sleep.
Right.
Honestly, like, it was like on the rocks and been sitting
Okay,
there for a
so
while,
it
so it was
melted.
mostly water. I don't even know if it was mostly water, but it was definitely watered down margarita.
It was watered down.
It was watered down.
Watered down.
I'm telling you, it wasn't full stream, it was watered down.
No, Boomhauer.
Yeah, got a fucking life's like a dang
Dang
old
old-
Rubik's Cube, man. Like, you
Dang-
make
dang-
one
dang
turn
old-
and
dang old-
the
dang
color
old
don't
beer.
match, man. That's what I'm
Down
saying.
there in that creek bed, I heard some arrowheads.
Boy, don't drink beer.
Damn it, Bobby! I can't do it. I can't do Hank Hill unless I'm really drunk.
Damn it, Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby!
No
I take-
son of mine is going to be a model.
Damn it, Bobby!
Dang it, Bobby. If you weren't my son, I'd hug you.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So you just kind of spending time with the kids and displaying family values and shit.
Being a
Yes,
dad.
because my outside of home persona is different, much different. People at work see work James.
I remember work James.
Work James.
Work
Work.
James is he likes to have fun. He gets stressed, which this vacation is basically to get away from it.
A reset.
I had no plans. I just like on the spur of the moment. I'd taken a couple of days off because of the concert with Logan, my youngest son, and I just wanted to, because I'm older, so I don't recuperate as fast as I used to.
Yeah.
And it was loud in there. And yes, I mean, as you get older, things get louder. But that was loud. It was enjoyable, but it was loud. But it was just to relax, reboot the body. It's simple.
Right on.
Well,
But
now I'm.
those are good to have.
Yeah, I'm turned
every
on
now
now.
and then.
That's great.
All right.
But
Yeah.
Mr. Kelly already
Cheese
knows
wheels
about this.
awoken?
But you'll never guess who I ran into the other day.
I probably won't. So you should probably tell me.
Ugo.
No way.
Yep.
Your buddy.
Yep.
It gets better.
He's okay. First of all, he's ripped.
Oh.
Okay.
You didn't tell me he was shredded.
Well,
So you were
we
jealous.
were texting
Did
a
you-
little bit. Yeah.
Did you ask to wash your clothes on his washboard stomach?
No, I was at work. He came into the store.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything that would be more intimate than washing your clothes on somebody's abs,
I know.
besides maybe washing their hair.
I mean, that's just long-term relationship stuff right there.
And he's very well. Anyway, so
Let's stop talking about how hot he is and move on a little bit.
because he's probably going to be on podcast.
Different kind of podcast.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Is this where we bring the oils?
ooh, yes.
You didn't bring your oils?
You mean you
Oh.
didn't bring the oils this
We're
time?
good.
Okay, so first of all, he's ripped.
Okay.
Second of all, he's doing ridiculously well. Like him and his wife do a business thing together. They do geriatric work, which is like why he left the alarm company to go do that.
Okay.
What sort of work with geriatrics?
I
specifically?
don't know.
Okay.
We
so
didn't really talk about that.
maybe like some kind of physical therapy or something. Hospice or something.
Assisted living, I think
okay.
he said.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
So the other thing is he's very active with church.
Chat.
And so he is part of the production and talent group of his church, and so like they're looking for voice talent, like singing people to. Well, I guess they're looking for everything, like instrumental and
Right.
and voice. And so I'm like, hey, I'm into that kind of stuff too. Like, and I, host a podcast at my house, and he's like, oh yeah. So we got to talking. And he's going to be on the podcast.
All right.
I don't know what we're going to talk about.
I don't know.
I mean, he's from Congo, so I mean, there's probably some stories there.
Yeah, we'll just like lead with that and hope that turns into something.
Yeah. But yeah.
Awesome.
That's very exciting.
Whew, man.
Hey, Randon's back. He had to go get his fat ass a pizza. You know what you should do with that pizza? You should eat it and then eat it.
Eat it and then eat it.
I'm a little drunk.
He does that.
Whew. So geriatrics. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oldie locks.
So Kelly
It's me.
invited
Kelly's geriatric.
invited me to watch a scene from this show called Letterkenny.
Okay. Canadian comedy.
Right.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Ryan has seen some
Canadian
clips
comedy.
from Letterkenny
Okay.
as well.
And the clip
Not
that
the
he
whole
asked
show
me
like
to
I have.
watch was about dad noises or old
Okay.
noises.
Old man
yeah.
noises, dad noises.
Dad noises.
Yeah.
Old man noises.
So I'm watching it. I'm watching it. And so as I'm watching this, I'm laughing hysterically as people are walking by me. But then I start to realize at the end, I'm like, oh man, that's me. I'm at the point in my life where I'm making these noises for everything. I move on the couch. I'm shifting because maybe one of my buttocks is kind of uncomfortable. So I'm like, and the kids look at me. Are you okay? Well, yeah, I'm all right. I'm just moving.
Yeah, I just fucking moved a little
Right.
bit.
And they're
It's
like,
really
well-
because you sounded like fucking gas was escaping from fucking.
Right. Well, that's just natural now. I mean, I don't
gas
even have
planet.
to. I can't even clench it when it comes out. But it's just a natural part of life. You realize that you've become your dad in many ways at that point when you start the noises. You all right?
Yep.
Oh, believe me, he can
man.
get much drunker.
Okay. Well, at least you're not driving it.
It was
This is where you're at.
It was like the 3 bears of whiskey. Like you had the little bit, I had just right, and he had like a fucking glass full.
Right. And it was good whiskey. It's
Did
gone.
I
You had more than I did.
did I do it uneven
Yeah, you had like a finger more than I did.
It's okay. It
Like-
was beautiful.
like this?
No, yeah, fingers like this.
this?
So when you order 2 fingers of whiskey, that's what you're getting.
Okay. So I got 2 fingers.
You know
and
what?
Got one
So-
and a half.
That just makes sense.
No, I got 2 fingers. You got like 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got just the tip.
Yeah, and he got one finger because he's tight.
I am. I'm really a whiskey
Brandon, I
virgin.
was
don't
saying
drink it
before
very
you left
often.
to get your fat ass a pizza.
I want a pizza.
That you should. I know I want some fucking pizza. I just had fucking celery. You guys heard me. I had a quart of celery. I'm fucking hungry. Sorry, a little hungry. Brandon, I was saying.
This is almost a Snickers commercial.
Oh yeah, are you a diva? Are you turning into a diva right now?
Yes.
Okay, Snickers commercial. Boom, happened.
You should chat more.
Yeah.
Ask us questions. Chat more. We want other people to chat, and if they see you chatting, they might chat. Chitty chitty chat chat. Chat chat chat. Ask questions and comment and stuff.
Hey,
participate.
Brandon, I got something that he can chat about. So, you remember when we were training, and I smelled the panel? You remember that shit? Go.
I heard about this.
Okay. Well, you were right there.
Well, yeah.
Okay. So we'll see what he says.
What I mean is, like, I've literally heard about, like, people tell stories about
Really?
you smelling the panel.
Smelling.
I think
You know
all
what?
I think all
I
new
need
people
this
hear
story
about
to
it.
happen because I have not heard it.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Well, while
Well,
we're waiting on
Brandon.
Brandon to participate, and anybody else who's watching, by the way, please say hey, ask us a question, tell us we suck, tell me to eat and then eat. It's fine. I have to go pee because that's like my fucking thing.
Hold on.
Man,
Smell the panel and ding the dongle.
Dingle the dongle.
You ding the
Yes.
dongle.
Okay. So that was both of those are on the same panel. Both of those stories pertain to the same type of panel.
Wait, which type of panel was this? Was this
Uh,
the DMP panel?
Video.
The video fight.
Yeah, video fight.
I love me some video fight.
I loved me some video fights, so that's past tense, because I don't work in the alarm industry anymore.
I realized that. It took me a few weeks, but I realized it.
It's like,
It's like where's my body?
where's Cooper?
Where's Cooper? I don't even. You know what? I haven't given you a Koopa. Koopa.
Koopah, right?
I don't spell well.
Okay, that works.
Whatever
That's
you
fine.
need, it's Koopa.
So like on Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, you're King
the
Koopa.
bad guy. Yep.
Not a bad guy. Is he really the bad guy?
He keeps kidnapping.
Is it?
I don't.
Do we know this full story?
I don't know. Nope.
She seems to get kidnapped a lot. I'm just saying.
Maybe
There could
she's
be-
running away. Oh shit!
Maybe Mario is a little controlling. Maybe he's got some anger issues, and she's like getting away because King Koopa listens. He's sensitive, and we just don't know. Because
Okay,
Mario's always attacking.
So
we're discussing whether or not King Koopa is a bad guy. Super Mario Brothers.
man, that's
Because it's me, because I'm Koopa.
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 All right, so we're learning the Videofied panel, and I used to have the demo one at my desk when I was in AT&T, and so like I noticed that. So you know the I don't know what it's called. Is it the bus where you connect all the wires?
Yes.
That green
Yes, it
thing.
is the bus.
Okay, so the bus.
The bus, the board.
So the bus.
The
where-
green thingy.
The green thing, yeah, thingy. If you smell that, it smells fucking awful. It smells like straight up electrical fire.
Well,
Because it is.
Just so you know, electricity runs through this.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
It's
Okay.
because it literally is.
I am gone. Man.
Mario is the side hoe trying to be the main bitch.
Yeah, see? This is what I'm saying. She gets kidnapped a lot.
Because it's just easier to explain to Mario. Like,
Yes.
oh no, he kidnapped me.
But when them turtles start popping out the vajayjay, we'll know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like that at all.
That wouldn't be an
Well,
easy
I don't
birth.
think they come out with the spines yet. I think that as they mature into Koopas. I think they just come out
Oh,
soft shell.
okay. Now, when you say spine, I literally thought you meant like spinal column. And I was like, so they're fucking tadpoles? Like, I don't want to...
I'm not sure.
Look,
on
I don't
the-
want to talk about this.
on
I'm
the
gonna be
turtle
honest. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to talk about this.
Are you okay?
Brandon, ask us a question or something. Fuck.
Okay, I'll talk about Videofied.
Yes,
Smell
we'll
it.
verify the panel. Okay,
So,
so it smells like
so-
electrical fire.
Okay, so I'm not familiar with Videofied. What does it smell like?
electrical fire.
Oh, I know that one.
Fire.
Okay.
I know that one.
So so I learned this when I had the demo at my desk when I was in the other department, and like, oh god, oh, hey, smell this, smells like shit, and then other people smell it. So
The classic. Here, smell this.
Right,
It
this smells
like shit.
awful. You try.
and so when we're training, we had it apart, and I'm like, and like I think it was, and Brandon correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm remembering this incorrectly, but like we were trying to figure out something, and I went ahead and sniffed the panel, and it appeared that I was doing it as a troubleshooting step. and, and then Brandon, so everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, oh, it smells like electrical fire. And then Brandon made a joke like, oh yeah, I can just see that you're on the phone with a tech, like, oh, this is happening. Okay, what's the panel smell like?
It smells like surströmming.
Oh, bleh. Surströmming.
Do you know about that?
No.
Oh,
Me
man.
either until Ryan showed it to me.
I don't need this. Like,
And-
Wait,
put
this,
that down.
Finish it, bitch.
All right, damn. Since I was
This-
called a bitch,
this is getting
So
interesting now.
surströmming is
smelliest food in the world.
it's Swedish for sour herring,
Oh.
and it's raw, like not really raw. It's like fermented, herring.
fish. Yeah.
Is it very, it's like sulfuric? Just-
Well, I don't know what it actually smells like because it is
No.
highly renowned as the most disgusting smell ever.
Yeah.
Literally ever. So there's actually a famous court case, and I'm going to get some of the details wrong, but the general idea, sorry about that. The general idea was that the man lived next door to another man, and the other man constantly was eating surströmming.
Okay.
So man number one took him to court and was like, this dude, like, it fucking smells over there. Like, I'm fucking suing him. And this was in Sweden. Like, fucking there.
This is where
Where's
they
a
eat
peaceful-
it.
This is where
it's a
they eat it.
peaceful place.
And the judge was like, I don't see, like, it can't possibly be that bad. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. And so, as evidence, this is a real court case. Like, you
So
can Google
so
it.
I'm guessing
know
I'm
what's
bringing
coming.
it in.
I'm missing some details. I granted,
You know
but it
what's
was a real
coming.
court case. The guy was evidence A, fucking brought in a can and opened it up, and the judge was like, "You fucking win!"
It's over.
As he's like gagging.
So Ryan and I both have this like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we both morbidly want to smell it.
No, that's absolutely correct.
Never taste it.
I
never ever want to taste it. I never.
No.
I've eaten a live squid. A lot of people know this about me. I've done some weird shit in my life. I have no desire to eat it. But I do want to see if I want to smell it.
I want to try exotic foods, stuff like that. I've had shark. I've had the octopus. Squid. I'm sure it's similar, maybe different. Maybe there's a texture thing.
I mean, when it's moving, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Gator and squirrel are both pretty good.
Right. I'm
horse.
peaked. I've
horse.
tried haggis, and it's awful. I'm just gonna spoil
I don't
alert,
mind
it's
haggis.
bad.
I don't mind haggis.
It's bad, and it smells bad, but I'm interested.
So okay,
If you can we Amazon this?
I've looked.
Honestly, fucking
not
probably.
easily. We can look again.
Probably because of like
look
customs and shit, but
because you can't take it on a plane because it explodes.
right, because
God,
altitude and because it's like a 10.
Okay.
It's fucking
Oh,
sardines.
there's boats.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know this,
Yeah.
but there's boats.
that haul freight. Absolutely.
How about
So,
we
yeah.
make our own? Let's just get some.
Okay, so there used to be a Swedish guy that worked at the alarm company in IT. And so my former friend, also in IT currently, went to his house and they had surströmming. And so the Swedish guy said, all right, so we're going to go outside and I'm going to open this can. We're not going to eat this. You're just going to smell
Just
it.
gonna smell it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when somebody farts in a bottle or something. Say, hey, you want to smell it?
Yeah.
Is that a
So-
thing real people do?
Yes.
Okay,
So, yes.
we'll let Ryan get back to his thing, but I didn't know that was a thing.
So they took it outside. He opened the can, because it squirts
Right.
when you open it, because it's
There's juice.
yeah,
there's-
and it's compressed.
yeah.
And so they smelled it like, oh, and then he buried it in his backyard because he would not do it in the house, rightfully so. But yeah, everybody on YouTube, because there's tons of surströmming challenges,
like reaction videos
Okay.
and.
I'm gonna look
everybody
this up,
who
yeah.
smells it is like, oh god, that's
Okay, so I found some.
Okay.
Ships worldwide,
okay.
and we'll be back in stock in August 2018.
Oh.
So we'll be back
So it's
in stock
popular.
next month.
That they run out of stock.
The cheapest
Okay.
can, $39.
Oh fuck, dude.
It
Okay.
contains 5 to 7 fermented herrings.
I don't know.
I don't think
What
You guys want to know?
Hey, we have
You guys
to
want to
get
know
to it.
some about the brand? Let me teach you something about the brand. So this is Oscar's Surströmming.
Okay.
It was founded in 1955 by Oscar Soderstrom. The first barrel of fermented herring was created in 1955, but Oscar was not totally satisfied with the outcome at first.
Yeah, he needed to be more
He
rotten.
did not give up. Instead, he gradually refined the product. Soon, his surströmming was ready to be launched onto the market. In 1966, the first can came with the name Oscar's.
It wasn't foul enough. So
Yeah.
he refined the foul.
He was like, I didn't throw up that time.
that time. I made it through.
Let's add on. And the rest of them are $49, and there are 2 Oscars and Roda Ulven that are $39.
I want Oscars.
Real
I want Oscars.
Real Dovin?
Yeah, Roda Ulven,
Real Dovin.
which is the Red Wolf,
I can't really do a Swedish accent, so
I don't know how to do a Swedish accent either.
which is seen to be the mecca of Swedish surströmming. Maybe we do want that one.
Yep.
And that's the Roda Ulven.
Or we could find out how to do it ourselves. Get some
No,
training.
no, just no, nope.
Because it won't be the real deal.
Right.
No,
Okay.
it won't be Swedish surströmming. It'll be American surströmming, and that's just stupid.
Or what if we have a Swedish guy do it? Or gal?
Do you know a Swedish
Don't
guy?
want to hate. No,
or
I
gal?
don't.
We just
I'd
found
like
IKEA.
to
It'd be
because
fun.
I hear they give the masseuses are amazing.
Maybe. Is it? I don't know. We'll just go to IKEA and pick
Okay.
somebody up. It'll be fine.
Yeah, if we can find them in that maze.
Oh man, there is another one for $39. There. Okay, so it looks like each brand has a $39 version and a $49 version, and I think it's just the bigger size. Is
And so what would we do with this challenge? Will we like a certain amount of minutes?
we
that
would
have
go
to
out fucking
absorb?
side nowhere near anybody's house and open the can
So we'd have to go out somewhere like we're doing a mob hit.
like a park. I mean, I was just thinking a park.
Sorry.
But if you want to murder somebody again, we can probably
Well-
make that happen.
Again.
I told Ryan last time we
Again.
hung out how to properly bury a body.
Do you know how to do this?
Apparently, I do now.
Did you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember the conversation?
How drunk were you?
So probably very, knowing our hangouts. So the best way is public service announcement. The best way to bury a body is so you dig down about.
Oh, I remember now.
You dig down about 10 feet, 9 feet, 8 feet, around there.
Okay.
Dig down deeper than 6 feet. You stash the body. And then you bury it until about 4 feet up, and then you put a dead dog in there. And you bury it the rest of the way. That
We've had
way,
this conversation,
when the
yes.
cadaver dogs come searching, they'll dig up. They'll get about 4, 5, 6 feet
get
down,
the
find the
dog
dead
and move
dog,
on.
false positive, move on. Even if they dig another couple of feet, they're not getting to your body. It's dead. It's a false positive.
Remember
Dead dog.
this. If I get that call at 3 in the morning that says, "Hey, I need help," I'm there, Ryan.
Oh man, we have a new addition to vigilante justice.
Oh yeah.
Prestige worldwide.
Oh.
So James is the cleanup man. Like if we like blood spatter all up in somebody's
I
house,
got
James.
you, man. I got
James.
you. Got you.
That's a terrible idea, Brandon. By the way, that's what. Like no. we'll get one can, and we won't compare it to anything else ever again because we probably won't smell the same afterwards.
Right. Hey, Brandon,
Like-
Brandon, you will come along
Our olfactory senses won't.
and
Work.
you will huff this with us.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a group project. Like
Yes.
I'm not gonna spend $40 on a can of sour herring.
Oh no, we're gonna have
And
to
not-
go in with this.
Yeah,
I mean,
like we're gonna fucking pass it down the line or gather in a circle.
it's gonna
we
be
can-
huff pass.
We can podcast that shit.
Oh yes,
Huff gag pass.
there will be.
Ugh.
Yes.
Oh shit! Fuck! Shit! Ass! I keep hitting his mic stand.
Go.
God. So, M and B are
Yeah.
not watching tonight. They'll have to watch on
Boo.
YouTube because, and they can't hear me say this right now. They don't have internet service.
Oh.
I know.
Okay. What are they doing about it?
Shit, I don't know.
They have their phones.
I know, but
You
they
get
said they don't
hotspot.
get. They
You get
do.
hotspot.
They live on the outskirts of town. They don't get very good cell service.
Oh.
So I told them to call their internet service provider. I think they're going to, but
You think they're going to?
they haven't responded to that particular thing right now. But they'll watch it on YouTube.
The
Okay.
YouTube.
They're big fans.
Our biggest fans.
Quite possibly. Between
Halloween.
Halloween, Randy,
Randy. Yeah.
Michael and Braley, they're
This
And
guy
Big James.
right here.
and Big James.
Big Dick James.
We have a lot of
Big
biggest
James.
fans. Ryan, I think
telling
I
you.
think we've made it. I think we just have a
Did
lot of
we do
I
it?
think we just have a
Well,
lot of fans. We
We
have arrived.
If you remember, easily explained or
Brandon,
Casually explained.
casually explained, subscribe to us. So yeah, we did it.
And Brandon's bringing up the SEMs.
Bet. Let's do this. I'd probably rather smell this crap than get an SEM call. Well, Brandon, you should get good.
SEM. That's the. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
I won't.
Shit, I forgot. I know it has to do with a certain type of alarm panel that has a .com with it,
Yes.
Yeah.
and
It's very popular
System
in the
enhancement
alarm.
module.
There you go. Or piece of shit.
Man, y'all got a lot of hate for that shit. And people have a lot of hate in
well,
general.
DIY.
No.
Fuck, man.
The problem
But
with the
DIY
system
doesn't get some
enhancement-
modules.
You're right. I knew that.
I know you
think.
did. Yep, probably.
The problem with it is the techs aren't familiar with it. So when they're calling for help and you're telling them that they need to power cycle everything 30 times. And once it starts to do what's called a zone scan, when it's finding the things attached to the panel, you can't touch anything for like 5 minutes. And they're touching.
And they
Now
wanna-
I play devil's advocate a lot.
He does.
You know this, and you know this, and I play devil's advocate a lot. So I'm going to throw this little nugget out at you. Okay, you said that one of the main problems is that tech's not familiar with it. So my counterpoint to that is that if the techs were
Familiar, they wouldn't be calling. So I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
If the tech was
but-
familiar with it, he wouldn't need us. We wouldn't have a
but-
job. There wouldn't be a
but-
tech support.
True. But when we're trying to help them, and there it goes back to the not listening thing, it's frustrating. And a quick 5-minute call is all of a sudden, oh, it's time to go home. Call.
Okay, so I have a gripe from when I was there.
No, I'm legitimately excited.
Was it that we didn't sit near each other?
That's one of them.
God,
Not
like,
this one,
If
though.
you had stayed, and we ended up like all sitting next to each other, it'd be the
Amazing.
fucking. It would be so good.
Amazing.
The bomb.com.
Oh
Yes.
man, fucking the
3 bears
bomb.com. It would have been
and
badical. So badical.
Do you know about Badical?
No, but I'm go for it.
Well, Badical is you're included in Badical now. You're allowed to use that.
That was some 90s shit right there.
Badical.
You remember when people like to say something was cool, it was bad. Man, that's
Oh,
bad.
so you combine radical and bad.
Yep.
Badical. Oh.
You don't remember that from the 90s?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. During the '90s, I was drinking a lot
Okay.
and maybe smoking a lot.
Okay.
I was 5.
Oh, that's nice. I'm old. folks.
I
I'm
was
old.
I was a teenager.
I just love doing that to people because it's happened so many times that people just outright like call me a youngin or say how much older than I am that now like I just throw it in their face every chance I get. Like the guy that sits right next to me, old Elox dude. Like I said,
Yes.
I'm trying really hard not to name too many names.
Yeah,
so people
right.
won't have
Yeah,
any
yeah.
trouble with it.
I'm
He
sure
sits
he
right
doesn't
next to me.
watch
He's one of the
this.
older dudes in the department, and now, like, there's been so many times that he's just been like, "Oh, well, you're young, you don't blah blah," and I get tired of it. So now, anytime he points out like how old he is, like I point out how young I am compared to him.
There you go.
He'll be like, "When I was blah blah," and I'll be like, "I was born 3 years after that."
just to make it a point.
And yeah, and just fucking make it a point. And it is my favorite thing I'm doing lately. Is I'm just all up in his shit about it. Just making snide comments about like, oh yeah, like I graduated high school like 20 years after that.
Brandon was born in the 90s. He says.
Yep.
I know.
Okay, so I actually work with a chick who was born in 1999. And like I'm like, oh my god, that's when I graduated high school.
My sister was born in 1999.
So she's 19 now.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Maybe,
My,
maybe no, it was definitely 99. Yep.
My high school class just had their 25th anniversary reunion. I haven't attended any of the reunions. I don't know. I'm just not interested in revisiting it because I didn't have a pleasant high school time. It wasn't fun for me. It really wasn't. I couldn't wait to graduate. In fact, I took on extra classes to graduate early. I wanted out of there, and then I worked. I got out of the house. I worked. I moved to a different state. I moved to Florida,
Ooh.
and it was great.
Okay.
Beaches were great.
God's waiting room.
It was expensive, and the cops are dicks.
Ooh.
They really are dicks down there, and their whole point system with driving, it's a pain in the ass. I couldn't wait to move out of there, and then I ran out of money, and then I moved back. So
I didn't go to my 10-year high school reunion, and I regretted it, which was weird for me. So first of all, I didn't walk across the stage. I did graduate. I graduated. I got a diploma. I graduated high school. But I didn't walk across the stage. I didn't do senior pictures. I didn't take a senior trip. Like I didn't give a shit about any of that. I didn't do any of that. Whatever. It was whatever for me. And so when the 10-year high school reunion came around, like I was added to the Facebook group and shit like that, and I was just like, oh yeah, I remember that person, and I didn't give a shit at all. And then after it was over, I was like a week or two later, I got a few messages. I think they were group messages from people that I did care about, like people that I was friends with in high school and still kind of considered myself friends with, even though we live in a different town than each other now. And they were like, why weren't you there? And that was the moment that I was like, fuck. I was so preoccupied about not giving a shit of the rest of, about the rest of high school that I didn't think about how I'd get to see people I actually gave a shit about. Because I was busy thinking high school in general, that was meh. Like, it was just okay. Why do I want to go do that again? I didn't think about the people I actually cared about and getting to see them again for the first time in several years. So I kind of regretted that.
I get that. I try not to have regrets. But like I said, I don't want to revisit high school, and a lot of those reunions, that's what it feeds down to. Is that start rehashing old times. Oh, you remember that time? Yeah, I remember that time that I almost got arrested because you're a dick. I remember when you put out your, your white rich kid thing, and here's this brown kid in the military family. His dad doesn't make the money that your dad does. It was a shitty time. Manhattan is a very divided town. But, there's some good times. There's some good friends. I'd like to see them again, yeah, but probably not in that setting where I wouldn't want to rehash things.
Yeah. I just think it would have been cool because I know those people. And I know that right now, if I were to message one of those people and be like, hey, I'm going to come to town, let's fucking party, they'll be like, let's fucking rage.
There is one person.
Yeah.
One. And I call her the one that got away. The one that...
Great White Buffalo.
Yes. I'll say we because we both kind of fucked it up. It was a great friendship. One of those friendships that people think that you're in a relationship, but you're not. You're very close, and you do anything for that person. And then we got close, and then it didn't. I don't know if it got weird. It didn't really get weird. Just all of a sudden, we took different paths. Like I went to Florida. She got married.
Great White Buffalo.
Okay. And we reconnected probably 5-6 years just out of the blue. Called me, and we talked the whole night like we had just saw each other. And it's that kind of a special relationship that we have to this day. So if that would be my one regret, that not going to those, that she might have been there at that reunion. She lives not too far, but every time I go up north, we can't connect because something's going on. And then every time she's over there, I've got something down here I can't get away from. It's just one of those tragic things in life.
Great White Buffalo.
Yes, the Great White Buffalo. But I'd say that would be my only regret for not going to those.
I know I missed like a hell of a fucking party because I know like we would go to the high school and do the actual reunion thing, and then I know that everybody, and I know this now, but I also should have known before that all of those people that I care about and hung out with and would like to see again went and just fucking partied. Like they went back to somebody's house and just got fucking trashed and like had a hell of a raging party. See, and I missed out on that. No, you're not.
I don't think you are.
No, you're.
I don't think you are because your
honestly,
hand hasn't gone up my knee yet.
I wouldn't even call you drunk. I think you're past buzzed. I don't think you're on to drunk yet.
I'm feeling comfortable. I mean, the whiskey was beautiful. And I'm feeling comfortable. I was nervous at the beginning of this, but now I just feel relaxed. Good.
We need to find... So, this needs to happen. Okay, because you're going to come hang out on Saturday. There will be drinking. The significant amount of drinking. So,
I won't be doing significant amounts. So
right.
If you need a ride,
what I mean, that's
what
I mean. Is there will be the ability to significantly drink. Not everybody will, and nobody will be pressured to do so because we're fucking adults, and that's stupid.
I'll just keep.
But what I mean is, like, if you
all right there?
I have a fucking podcast and I can't talk. How stupid is that?
That's a shitty situation, right?
Right. What I'm saying is, we should get in a situation where I can hang out with you at a party and you can actually get drunk.
Okay. Well, so can you come get me from my house?
100%.
He can take me home.
100%.
So it's happening.
Yes. Yes.
Hit the mic. Did you just drop the mic?
Yep. The proverbial mic.
Yeah. You just dropped the mic. No, hang on.
No, we don't want to drop that. Lowers it slowly.
It's like, what is that sound? That's my dick. My dick you're hearing.
That's my long dick hitting the floor.
You don't hear that long dick energy pulsing through my loins?
It's also big.
It's not just long, it's also big.
It's got girth, I promise.
For all the ladies out there.
It's not cheese wheel girth, but it's girth.
Yeah, I had like 10 things I was going to say while you guys were talking. I forgot them all.
Mr. Rhyme?
Yeah.
You have a very expensive tablet that I would like to have. You should use it.
To write shit down on?
I mean, that's what you're using it for.
Right.
Yeah.
I made a list of a bunch of things that I wanted to have a conversation, but I whittled it down to 2 things.
Yeah.
And
getting old.
Getting old, and we want to talk about Larry. But what it spontaneously turned into is conversations that we kind of always have at work.
Yeah, it's just we're just talking about
whatever
life.
comes up. Yeah,
We're talking about life. Mr. Ryan.
Yep.
So I need to pee again because that's what I do. That's like my thing.
That way.
But it's actually that way as the
Yeah,
crow
but
flies.
That's not a door though.
I actually wonder one of these times if they're going to hear me peeing on the thing because that'll be fucking hilarious.
Not with these mics.
But any whore, and write down Infinity War
Okay.
Oh,
because that was.
are we going to spoil stuff because it's been long enough?
Yeah, it's been long
Okay.
enough. I actually before
with
I go.
BDE, we're spoiling.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about Infinity
Future
War?
spoiler alert. Well, your questions specifically.
Okay.
But I like that he says it's been long enough that we shouldn't have to worry about spoilers anymore because it has.
Right.
And it's funny that you think that because I was on a gaming website today at work during a break, and I was looking through like tips and tricks for this game I just started. It's Horizon Zero Dawn. It's been out for a while, but I'm just starting it. So I wanted to look up some tips and tricks, stuff like stuff people wish they had known early on in the game. That way I can take advantage of some of the cool stuff early on. And about halfway down, there's an ad for the Infinity War Blu-ray.
Oh.
And in the ad, it's literally the gauntlet coming up, and then a snap, and then appears like the Blu-ray. That's the ad. And my initial thought was, you don't find out that Thanos snaps until the fucking end.
That's a big spoil. Oh, wow.
Like, you don't know throughout the entire movie if he's actually going to get to do it or not, but at the end, he does do it at the very fucking end. How dare they have this ad where it just shows that he snaps?
Right.
And then it occurs to me, it's been long enough.
You're right.
I don't know how long the ad's been up, but it's been long enough. If you haven't seen it yet, you should prepare that
people
there should be
that
spoilers.
are watching or listening in the background, we're going to spoil the shit.
100% there will be spoilers. So, first spoiler, he snaps at the end. And then we'll talk about the rest after I squeeze the lemon.
He's squeezing the lemon, paying the water bill.
So, James, I have a legitimate alarm company gripe that you will be able to relate to.
Oh, I'm sure.
So it's the thing where I don't know if it's the SEM module that's related to this, but it's the thing where another group of us failed to tell a tech that you have to do this with the panel powered down.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise
you
erases
yes.
everything and has to reprogram the whole thing. That happened to, like, the second call of that, as in everything's already fucked, happened to me so many times on second shift. And I'd have to explain to them, nope, you should have done it this way.
And they should know this.
They should.
When in doubt, just power it down.
Yeah. I hated that so bad. And
Yes.
and like I say yelled at, but they're not like bitching me out. They're just like fucking pissed. You know?
Right, because they got to explain to their boss, they just fucked this panel.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to replace it.
Bricked.
It's done. It's done. It's like...
Or no, can't you just reprogram the entire thing?
It depends on what actually happens, if it can take the programming again. All depends.
If not, brick, motherfucker.
Bricked it. Let's get another brick in. So, yeah.
And like the garage door opener shit, like trying to learn all that shit in, like
I
half the
don't
time
get
it
that
never
anymore.
worked.
I don't get that shit anymore.
Well,
No.
lucky you.
No, they moved that. The customer service has to deal with that shit now.
We talking about
And their
DIY?
advanced care.
Just the .com panel.
Yeah, we don't.
No.
The main reason you left, we don't do anymore.
Yeah.
That wasn't the main reason.
Well,
I know it wasn't me.
No,
what I mean in
it
general,
was no one there. It was
what I mean
it was
in,
the angry customers that would get sent to me.
See,
right, but that's what I mean. That the reasons that you left in general. I know it wasn't just that panel. I know what the reasons were. The reasons you left in general,
Right.
they're not there.
They've curbed it quite a bit.
But it still happens sometimes.
You're going to deal with it once in a blue moon. I've talked to one customer in the last 5 months.
Damn.
Right.
That's way better than my 10
Right.
per day.
Right. I'm sure Saturdays and Sundays it's a lot different,
Oh yeah.
but
I'm on Saturdays and it's not.
okay.
Saturday at night probably is different because I was on second shift.
I don't know.
So
I don't know. But still, like it's not.
I'm not coming back. If that's
No.
what you're
No. I don't want you back.
Even if
You can do better.
If I wear tube tops for you, you're not coming back.
Oh man,
Mr. Ryan, you can do better. I don't want you back.
Right, I agree.
hey, I finished my first sequel class, so I'm an expert now.
Motherfucker, I'm like straight talk. 50% homo. I'm super proud of you.
Yeah.
Like you don't even understand.
It wasn't hard though.
I don't give a shit.
Like
You did it. It doesn't matter how hard or easy it was.
You make
did
it up as like this big challenge. It wasn't.
No, I don't make it up like anything. I just said I was proud of you.
Okay.
Here's the thing.
You did a thing, and I'm proud of you for it.
You moved out to do something different.
Even Brandon, he's only talked to one customer in about 6+ months.
There you go. That's because he redirects all these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
to somewhere
that's
else.
true. Brandon is a fucking master. Holy
man.
Brandon, are
shit.
you like a boss?
He-
Transferring customers.
Brandon-
He can go get a job at a law firm, answering the fucking phones and just redirecting. People.
Oh my god, it's like,
Okay, so tell me about this.
It's a fucking superpower.
What happened?
Well, we've split up the queues. So
Okay.
By specialization.
right.
So, like, there's a queue for this brand of panel, a queue for this brand of panel, a queue for these national accounts, etc. It's way split apart.
Okay.
And if you don't call the right one, Brandon will tell you, and you will call back
Right.
into the right one.
He won't transfer you to the
No.
right one?
Nope.
Oh no.
Nice.
No.
Brandon probably takes the most
No.
calls in the department.
Right. And he's got the shortest talk time because he's like, bitch, you called the wrong queue.
And he's well within his
Bitch.
rights to do so because management has said, tell them to call back in the right queue because eventually we need to know,
I'm incredible.
and it's seamless.
Seamless is good.
He's humble.
now-
he's humble
now-
as fuck too.
Now, me, on the other hand, because I'm not a phone call taker anymore. I'm in the special projects group,
Okay.
which is another thing on its own. So we are emergency call takers. We're in a special split, 3 splits. So whatever command or supervisor decides to throw those in, we take it no matter what. So I've been taking a lot of things that I'm not trained in, like Costco and Home Goods, and learning it that way, which is how I do my best work.
And that's how I learned.
Right. So I can't say, bitch, you called the wrong queue because you got transferred to the wrong queue. So I do it. And I mean, that's just life. That's
And-
another stress because I can't give that stuff away. And I have deadlines and stuff I have to meet. Well, if I'm taking this 2-hour long call for Costco or whatever it may be, that goes against me. And that's how I'm graded on, is how efficient I am at getting my projects done, errors, things like that. Not calls anymore. Has no effect on me. So why do I take them?
Yeah.
Is
And
my
that's
point.
one of the ways that Brandon vets his calls that I think is also impressive because Brandon will ask, did you call in or were you transferred? Because if you were transferred, like, it's not the tech's fault,
Right.
like, at all. And so he'll take it and do whatever. But if they say, oh, I called in, it's like, well, you gonna call in again, motherfucker?
Well, that's a good way to make them start learning what to say.
Right.
To
And agreed.
To lie.
And I can't do that. A tech will call into the absolute wrong queue. And I'll be like, yeah, I can help you. What do you... And just
So
do
why,
it.
why can't you just cold transfer them into the right queue?
Because that would probably be frowned upon. Plus, I don't even know the queue numbers. And
Right.
I don't...
know them.
And I don't... For me, personally, because for Brandon personally, it's his mission to redirect calls that called the wrong queue. And that's fine, because he's within his rights to do that. My personal commandment is one call resolution. You called me, you're on my phone, I'm going to make sure you don't have to call back. Let's get it fixed now.
Right.
So that we don't have another call holding in another queue and waiting for another reason to get another shitty rep that only did half a job, so you have to call back again later.
Shitty.
We're not saying you're a shitty rep, Brandon, but you're a shitty rep.
I'm not saying...
We're kidding. We love you, man.
God damn. Fucking that bus hurt really bad.
He knows I'm kidding.
No.
Struggle bus.
I just want to get it
He knows
done
I'll
over
pack
with.
his parachute when he goes base jumping.
You should always pack your own parachute. I have a friend. Believe it or not. That's all I wanted to say about that. No, I'm just kidding. I have a friend, and he skydives. Like, that's his hobby. He loves skydiving. He has a pilot's license. He's a pilot. Like, this dude is fucking killer. But he skydives, like, every fucking weekend. And he came and hung out with me and a couple other of my friends. and somebody like made a joke to him, and they were like, "Always pack your own parachute, right?" Ha ha. And he was like, "No, that's stupid." He was like, "There's somebody way better than me at that." He's like, "I don't trust me to pack my own parachute. I'll kill me. There's a professional for that."
Just like roll it up and stick it in there.
Right. That's like
See me?
that's like if you've been.
Yeah, just shove it.
That's like if the average person was robbed and somebody was like, "Oh, you're just gonna do some vigilante justice, huh? You're gonna go buy a gun and go kill a bunch of fucking bad guys." It's like, no, there's cops for that. Like, there's professionals that do that for me, and it's like, why aren't you just gonna go fucking kill people? And it's fucking like, just take matters into your own hands, because there's people that do that for me. And that was his view. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna pack. I'll fuck it up. This dude gets paid to do it. It's his job. He'll get in trouble if I die. If I die and I did it, there's gonna be like, that guy was stupid. And nobody
Right.
goes to jail.
Brandon, you can shit in the other guy's drawer, not mine.
Canceling Saturday. I'm shitting in your desk drawer, James.
Damn.
We love Brandon. This is what we do. We shit on each other, and it's a good time.
We're not. I'm not part of that group.
Shit on each other like a boss.
Shit on Deborah's desk like a boss.
Talk to corporate like a boss.
Like a boss.
Dingle the Dongle was another videofied thing. That's when you couldn't get the couldn't learn in the keypad. Like you try to learn
The
in
initial time?
initial programming.
Yeah.
You'd have to like tap that little
tamper.
black lever, the tamper switch in there to like fully discharge,
Gotta dingle the dongle.
and then you put the battery back in, and
Because it would maintain a charge in the capacitor. You have to release it.
that's dingling the dongle.
So my ex-wife commented on because I reposted the Twitter, just with a GIF that says "Keep your mouth shut."
Dang.
So, again, as she told me earlier, it's not that, because I'm really not a big talker, but when I get talking and I'm passionate about something or it's a good topic, I can't shut up.
So what you're saying is you're not a big talker unless you want to talk.
Yes.
Fair enough.
That makes better sense. This is what he does for me. He clarifies myself.
I like clarifying things. Efficiency.
I'm a shy guy, but I know you guys, so it's easier for me to talk and bullshit. But in a normal setting, I'm that wallflower. It's hard for me to come out unless I get some good smooth whiskey.
Well,
and then fuck it.
On Saturday, you better
We're here.
fucking bring your social game, because there's going to be a lot of dudes.
Is James going to be there?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think he's RSVP'd yet.
Okay.
I need to send him another message. But there will be several dudes there.
It's going to be a sausage party.
Oh, it is
None
going to
other,
be
man.
such a fucking sausage fest. Like, holy shit.
You're
I
right.
thought about inviting some females, but like, I don't. Like, the only females I know aren't. Yeah.
You can stop there.
Well, no, let me clarify. I don't know a lot of single hot females. And so I didn't invite them because I don't know them.
We could just have a couple guys dress up. Would that work for you?
Oh,
That's how I was coming.
Oh. We got to make sure we
To the
coordinate.
party.
We don't want to wear the same dress.
Is your wig blonde or brunette?
I always go brunette.
Oh.
This
Oh.
this
He's
face
like,
is
"Shit!"
brunette. I can go blonde.
Looks like
if
I've
you
got a
need
wig to
but
return.
I can go blonde, but then I'm a milkshake.
I've
drinks.
gone blonde
Voice
in
of
real
you.
life. Like, straight up
I-
fucking bleached. All of it.
I've done this in the '90s. I had the tips,
Yep.
frosted tips.
I did
and
do
went
the- I did
white.
in the 90s.
completely blonde. Yes.
I did tips, and then those grew out. My girlfriend at the time, the one I'm still really good friends with, she was going to cosmetology school, and I didn't give a shit about my appearance. So I let her experiment on me, and she was like, "You want to color your hair?" And I was like, "Okay." So first, platinum blonde, bleached it till it was fucking hollow. Like, we bleached the fuck out of it, and it was like platinum blonde, and I wore it that way for a couple of weeks. And then she was like, "Okay, well, let's color it. What do you want?" And I was like, "Orange." So it was like Goku fucking Super Saiyan fucking orange, and I fucking spiked that shit up, and I worked overnights stocking at Target, and I fucking loved it.
You were Guy Fieri.
Yeah,
My ex-wife,
but
she
bigger and orange. Like, I mean, like racing orange.
You were
not
the poor
like,
man's
not like
Guy
yellow
Fieri.
tips, right?
well, see, my ex-wife, she does it. She went to school for that too, and she does the coloring, and she will do things like multicolors. There's Logan, so she's pretty good at it.
How am I supposed to find a new chick if we were just having sausage fests? Don't go to sausage fests. Bring a chick.
Be attractive. Don't be unattractive.
Those are the two rules. Like, that's honestly, that's how I should have answered. Follow the two rules.
Right.
Rule 1, be attractive, and rule 2,
Don't be unattractive.
that's how you get a girl.
We need to have James say it in radio voice. The 2 rules.
Okay, the 2 rules. Okay, what are our 2 rules again?
Okay, so
Be attractive.
So
Okay,
rule
hold
number
on.
1.
Rule number 1 is be attractive, and rule number 2,
Don't be unattractive.
don't be unattractive.
And that's it. That's
I've got that face for radio, man. I'm telling you.
and that's how you get a chick. Period.
You
know,
can
another
also
way-
impress a chick. Helicopter dick.
Oh,
Helicopter
Yes.
dick, helicopter dick.
but you've got to work at that. You've got helicopter
Yeah.
dick works with long dick energy
Uh-huh.
and not big dick energy because the girth can just make uncomfortable sounds.
Especially with a cheese wheel dick.
Yes.
That'd be difficult.
It doesn't helicopter.
No.
As
it just kind
as
of
a cheese wheel, it just
shift.
It oscillates.
Right.
It oscillates.
So, what how else can you get a chick? You were going to say.
No, I think we've answered it with
Okay,
the long dick and big dick energy there. The helicopter.
I was gonna say you can get her a present,
Yeah.
and it's
okay.
it's really easy. It's just
Dick in a box?
step 1, you get a box,
Okay, yep.
and then
Step
step
number
2, cut a hole in that box,
Okay.
and step 3, you stick your dick in that box, and then step 4,
Make her
Present the
open the
box.
box.
there you go.
Make her.
Make her open the box.
And the chick on the music video, she's like, "Thank you."
So Brandon said these are not options for him.
Yeah, he
Okay.
said all not
Well-
possible options.
Well, you're also not going to find
I mean,
your
you're not
woman
trying hard enough then.
on your Grinder app. I'm telling you, it's the wrong app.
There's
Grindr
there's
app?
there's a
Grindr
good bit in
Is that for,
Letterkenny
like,
about Grinder. Do you not know what Grinder
Is
is?
that just for hooking up?
I'm straight, and I know what Grinder is. So
Grindr, it's the Tinder for the gay community.
Oh, okay.
But Butts.
That's why I don't know about this.
That's it. Butts.
Lots of
No,
Asses.
no, it's not almost at all about finding relationships. Tinder
No.
is mostly hookups, but a lot of people are looking for relationships, and it's like a dating app.
Right.
Grinder is just trying to get your dick sucked in a YMCA bathroom.
True.
Okay.
True.
It's just gay hookups. Like, just come. That's it.
Yeah.
Your bosses are going to listen to this.
Yeah, they are. I'm on a fucking list. Like, my boss has had a meeting with HR about this podcast.
Really?
Uh-huh.
But this is
We have to put a disclaimer in front of any recording where we mention the company or our jobs or whatever.
but we haven't mentioned the company where we work.
We've mentioned that we work.
It,
But
it can be
It's hard to
figured out.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
hard,
Well, yeah.
because my name is public record. So is his.
Okay.
And it's also public record who we work for. They could find it out. And our employer, and this is a huge credit to them, and I mean that in all honesty, they don't care. They had a meeting about it, and they were like, you didn't say anything bad about the company, and even
No.
if you did, those views are yours. And I was like, they are. You're right.
They are.
And they were like, all we ask.
It's not a bad company.
Right.
It's just with any company in a call center environment, these are typical things.
Right, and that was they just laughed like you're just making fun of techs, funny things that techs have done. There's things that have actually happened, and their only request, and we are more than happy to oblige, is that we put a disclaimer in the front of our video that says that these are our opinions and they may not necessarily reflect that of our employers, and that's right, because just because I think this tech is stupid for hanging up the phone after I told him to literally stay on the phone, doesn't mean that my company feels that same way.
Right.
And
There it is right there.
And I have no
Okay.
problem
That's a
putting
great
that up
disclaimer.
because it's the absolute
You
truth.
spent a lot of time on that. I see
I
that.
did.
Yeah.
That was 3 hours of editing right there
3
alone.
hours of editing.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
Mr. Ryan is a master editor.
Yes.
Each of our videos that gets posted on
Master
YouTube
editor.
only takes like 3 or 4 weeks to put up.
He's meticulous. He wants it to be perfect, and I have no problem with that.
I would think though that they would then end up being perfect, but they're
I
not
know, I've
because
seen
they
them.
still have me in them.
Oh no,
He isn't good enough to edit me out and have it still be good.
it's good. You guys got a good flow, and now that I'm here, it's great.
Even
we had
better.
we had a good flow, and now the dam has broken.
With all that big dick energy, man.
Big dick energy. in
Big
the
dick
room.
energy. So, because the viewers don't know about it, tell us about big dick energy.
Okay, big dick energy. As
BDE,
I heard
motherfucker.
this morning on a radio program.
This morning.
This is
This
apparently what the
morning.
kids are saying.
Right. Some singer and comedian have hooked up, and people were
So like
wondering.
a singer and a comedian,
Yeah, I'm
separate
trying to- I'm
people
still
are
trying to-
fucking
Yes.
Okay.
He has put his big dick into her.
in or around her vagina.
Right. Or wrapped it around.
Penis,
Whatever.
his penis
It's
into her.
His penis and her vagina.
it's a big dick, as far as we know. As she is
Energetic
told.
even.
I'm trying to remember her name. Ariana Grande.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so she's not the comedian.
No. I believe she's
Who's the
singer.
big dick?
He's from Saturday Night Live. He's the goofy-looking dude with all the tattoos.
I was like, you're really gonna have to narrow it the fuck down a little bit there, bro.
He comes out and plays usually a high character on the Weekend Update. God, I can't remember his name.
Does he actually have tattoos all over the
Yes,
place?
all over his arm. All over his arm. I can't
No
remember his
fucking
name.
idea.
I'm not picturing
It's
a
not
tattoo
the most important thing.
SNL character.
Okay, it's
but
not the most important thing.
You got it. He's a comedian.
But people were saying, how did he get her?
Okay.
And so, BDE. Big dick energy, or as we like to say, confidence.
Right.
He's a confident man, makes lots of money, and he's got a big dick.
And and don't get us wrong at all. We're not calling it confidence instead of big dick energy because we think maybe he doesn't have a big dick. It's because if you have a big dick, you tend to be more confident.
Right.
Life seems to work out a little bit better for you because you got a big schlong. That's all we're saying.
Pete Davidson.
Pete
Thank you,
Davidson.
Brandon.
He must be somewhat new. Like in the past
I
couple of
believe
years.
he's been there for
I
at
haven't-
least 2 to 3.
I haven't watched nearly as much in the past couple
He's
of
going
years.
to Google him, and you're going to take a look. He's a goofy-looking motherfucker, but bless his heart, he's got a big dick, and now he's got a...
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's
Or bless his
maybe
dick
a
in
great
this case.
personality.
It's already been blessed,
Yes.
I think.
And some big dick energy.
So I thought I would try this big dick energy out. And
He's
I
the
feel it.
top of the search suggestions.
Oh, look at that.
God damn, he does look goofy. Jesus.
Let me see.
Christ.
Right. See?
Let me see, because I'm
This
going
is
to
what
try
big-
another
This is
experiment.
what big dick energy does for you. Get you to the top of a Google search.
I've seen that dude before in my
Yes.
life. I didn't realize he had tattoos.
Yes.
So,
Big dick, apparently.
so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do y'all a favor, and I'm just going to Google big dick energy. And I want to see what pops up.
The Urban Dictionary will say it's
I wonder if
Number
it's-
one result,
How to say it?
big dick
Confidence.
energy, is that confidence you got knowing you got an enormous penis.
Right. Which is what we've been saying.
Third result, Pete Davidson has big dick energy.
Bravo.
That was the third result. First was Urban Dictionary, second was Vox defining it, and then third was Pete Davidson has big dick energy. Ariana Grande's fiance, Pete Davidson, reportedly has a 10-inch dick.
That's a long dick.
Around.
L-O dick.
L-O dick. That's how you spell long dick.
So he's got long and big dick energy.
Dick
so
for
he is
dick for days. We know he's got a 10-inch dick.
right.
Could be around, could be long, could be a mixture of both.
It could be long, but they're saying big dick energy. So that usually, I mean, maybe there's some girth to it too.
Could be.
This is a monster.
He's a goofy looking motherfucker.
He is. He's a goofy.
You weren't
looking-
lying about that, man.
To be
Damn.
fair, let's say that he wasn't blessed southernly with the cash and prizes that he has.
Right.
He's that kind of goofy looking motherfucker that girls might find cute.
Because he's funny.
And he's funny.
That goes.
And that's, I mean, look, I'm fat. I'm ugly. And I've had chicks swoon after me for years, and it's because I'm funny. That's it. Like, if you don't follow rules 1 and 2, be attractive and don't be unattractive. Rule number 3 down there on its own, be funny. If you make them laugh, they're yours.
You have to be funny.
Be attractive. Don't be unattractive.
So if you ugly...
Be funny.
Right. If you ugly, be funny. If you ugly and unfunny, be gay,
very sorry.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Donald Trump will tell you that's a choice. You just go be gay, homie.
It is a choice. I don't know. I'm not gay, so I don't know. Do I get to choose? I mean, is it too late in life?
It's never too late.
Okay, well then I choose you.
You ain't got enough master balls.
What did you throw him right there?
I got my ultra balls. Hey,
Pokemon ball.
Hey, this big dick energy comes with the ultra balls.
I feel weird.
So I brought up the monitor light
Just now.
Right.
I kind of look like Casper now with the monitor light.
You know,
we should go for some walks, get you some sunlight, my friend.
Maybe the monitor, since I'm so brown and handsome, lovely shade of caramel, that maybe I should have that lighting.
Trade seats.
We'd have to trade seats.
No, I can't do that. This is a beautiful seat.
That's the baller
It is,
chair.
you're in the baller chair. We reserved the baller chair for you.
This is what I did last time. I brought up cream-colored wallpapers.
Holy shit! I was literally about to suggest that. I was about to say, like, bring up like a light tan eggshell fucking thing, and then embiggen it.
Let's
Do like red, and it would give you like make you look a little sunburn.
Oh, there you go. Here we go. Look like you've been on that tropical vacation.
Embiggen that motherfucker.
Trying.
It's like you probably have to download it first. Oh, there it is, right under original size, maybe. It looks like a link. Oh, my fucking neck is killing me. Anybody here is a masseuse, then be closer to me and accept my money.
That's better.
Yeah, there you go.
I agree.
Yeah, now it's not like whiteout Ryan.
Ryan.
So, no one ever called me by my last name until Christine. Or actually, Roberto. Roberto started it. And then Christine mimicked Roberto. And then it was on.
Then I took it to the next level.
Yep. Nobody ever called me Coop Dizzle, though.
I'm sorry.
As hard as I
Would you
tried.
like this?
No,
Yeah.
Coop Dizzle. I can
not
know.
to you, but referring to you to other people. I've called you Coop
I
Dizzle.
don't know. You're Koopa. You're Koopa to me.
I have so many nicknames.
I'm really good, and I don't know why, at rotating nicknames for people. Like, I will refer, like, I'll talk to Sean about you, and in the same conversation, I'll call you a few different nicknames. So, you've definitely been Coop Dizzle to me talking to other people about you.
See, you make impacts in lives. And when you're gone, after I notice after a couple weeks, it's very impactful. I was like,
Impact.
where's Koopa?
Lethal impact.
Where's Koopa? And Kelly has this look like, oh my God, he doesn't know. I have to break this to him.
I had to tell a lot of people.
Right, and it was.
Did I quit?
It was really sad.
It was like he was
You were
telling
loved.
me somebody in the family had passed. He's like, he goes, Ryan's.
We
Ryan's
did talk
not
about
here."
T-Flex a little bit. You were getting a pizza, fat ass. I'm only saying that because you said it. I have to keep saying it. That's the only reason.
I can't say. When
I'm
say,
probably fatter than you. I don't really know, but like I have to keep calling you fat ass because you said I had to get my fat ass a pizza.
Right. We're all fat asses.
I
Except Ryan.
I won't even ever call you a fat ass unless it's in relation to you going to get a pizza. That's it. But yeah, we talked about T-Flex.
I want pizza.
Yeah, me too. Like I'm literally
Whiskey talking, or are you hungry?
like
I think I'm always down for pizza though.
I'm gonna have to like go get food on my way home because like I had a quart of celery. Like I'm hungry.
Crunchy water.
And I love celery. It's just it doesn't exactly fill you up for very long.
No, it doesn't. It's like Chinese food. Nature's Chinese food.
Great.
Hungry
cool.
again in 15
yeah.
minutes.
Now I want Chinese food. That's fucking
When
great.
you get pizza and Chinese food, you can just combine it.
Oh my god. I
You throw
want
some chow mein up on that.
fried rice on a pizza.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Oh, this needs to be a thing.
Oh.
Yo, we're gonna have to hang out and just watch. Okay, so jumping
watch
into this,
you
I need to
eat
do
and
this
then
before
eat.
I forget. So, even if we don't record it for Severe Cinema, you and I need to watch the rest of the Sharknadoes.
Okay.
Okay, and
Why?
so because you and I love watching shitty, terrible movies together.
And I love
We
watching
loved
watching
doing
those movies.
and we loved doing that before we started Severe Cinema, and we need to do that again. Hang out and do that. But the reason I'm saying about Sharknado specifically is because apparently in one of them, and I don't know which one, but in one of them, David Hasselhoff
Oh, shit.
goes into space and fires an orbital laser cannon into the Sharknado. In an attempt to defeat it.
David Hasselhoff? Really?
David Hasselhoff
It's
fires
really him?
an orbital laser cannon into a Sharknado.
And it's really him?
Yes, and a sentence I never thought I would say. That's the thing that happens in one of the Sharknadoes. And I bring it up because I found that out when I found out that they are getting ready to make the last Sharknado.
What?
And all of the Sharknadoes after the first one have honestly pretty punny titles. Like the it's Sharknado and then the tagline, that's it. And they're pretty punny. And the last one is called The Last Sharknado, It's About Time. And that's
That's
a play on
appropriate,
words, not
yes.
because it's about time because it's the last one, because that is what it's referring to. But it's also about like time travel. Like it's literally about time.
Oh, Jesus
That's
Christ.
gonna be-
I want
That's
to
gonna be
fucking watch
awful.
them.
Okay, so I have a question. Do you think we could do Severe Cinema in here?
Yeah. 100%. You got your monitor's a fucking TV, bro. Thing's gigantic.
Would it be viable though? Like, could we make it Severe Cinema E?
Yep.
And there's room for James.
100%.
There's room for a
Yes.
third.
100% we could do it. No doubt. I have ideas right now about how we could do it in here.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna
Severe
happen.
Cinema's back.
We're back, baby!
You heard it here, B. Randon.
Celery tastes like depression feels.
And if anybody knows it, it's Brandon.
Oh, I could eat some celery with some ranch dressing.
I love celery with a little peanut butter.
So you know what's
Just-
really
just,
good?
Just on the tip. That's all you need.
Just the tips.
Just
the
to see
tip.
how it feels. So one thing I like doing, this is a recent development. I used to eat just celery stalks. And that's how I would eat my celery, because I love celery. It's one of my favorite vegetables. Recently, I've been chopping it up into little like bite-sized pieces, almost
So
like
he can fit it into his quart dish.
yeah, almost like chips. Just
Okay.
crunch.
Snack.
It's yummy. What's really good is just taking like a spoonful of peanut butter and dumping it in the bowl and just fucking stirring it around and eating it like peanut butter celery cereal.
Oh,
It's fucking delicious. It's so good.
Mr. Brandon would
I
like
want to
to
watch
come aboard.
all of these. Make room for a fourth. Oh, baby, there's
Oh, a
always room for you.
fourth. Man, okay.
You get the baller chair because you were here first.
Right, I'm saying
And then I'll
I'm
bring my
enjoying
fat guy
myself.
chair, and he
I'm
can-
not gonna lie, I am enjoying myself, and I do not mind if this is every Tuesday. That would make my life happy.
I have more fat guy chairs.
Do you?
Yeah,
I have a fat guy chair. He has a fat guy chair. We
I
have fat
have-
guy chairs.
I have two two fat guy chairs. They are the those camp chairs, but they're like the super strength ones that are
Yes,
big.
I actually have
Yeah, that's
one
what we
myself,
that's what we
yes.
have.
I usually
Yeah.
travel with that.
I've got two of them here at the house.
I have one. He has one. So altogether we have 4. So that begs a question that I feel like we need to ask as responsible people. This is something we need to think about since we're talking about this. At what point do we just rename the channel "Fat Guys Watching Movies"?
or fat guys on cinema.
Yeah. Brandon, Ryan and I have seen the first one. I've seen the first one like 2 or 3 times now. Ryan saw it for Severe Cinema, and that was the only
That was
time
it.
any of
Yeah.
them.
I've seen bits and pieces of these movies, and they are gloriously bad.
They are the pinnacle of bad movies. And so bad that they play on the badness. You know, they go over the top.
They make fun of themselves, and I like
Right.
that.
They don't take themselves seriously. They,
Unlike Birdemic.
unlike Birdemic.
Oh man, okay, so I gotta tell this one.
I feel
so
like
we were-
celery right now just thinking about Birdemic.
What- I think we can all agree pizza is the food that we all want right now.
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so me and James had like a mini like battle to see who could name the worst movie. And so, which one did you say? Rubber, I think.
Rubber, yes.
Rubber was so
Rubber
good.
was bad. Well, it was among the bad movie
Right.
thing.
For sure.
And I was like, Birdemic. And he's like, I've never heard of this. And like, I think you like went to break and you
I
watched
went to
it.
break and watched a clip of this.
And he came back and he's like, you win.
It was
This story right here is the only reason I ever found out about Birdemic, because Ryan came to me and told me about this exact story, and I was like, I've never heard of it. And I too watched a clip, and I was like, there's no way that exists in this world.
does.
That's not real life.
And there are sequels.
Yeah, there's a 2 and 3.
No. We Googled it. There is a 2. 3 was going to be made and had a GoFundMe page that made like $12 over the course of a couple of years and then died off.
Oh man, I didn't
Oh my god.
know.
Oh, it's just there's scenes in there that are just they're fighting these crazy birds.
Poorly animated birds.
Right. That are it's almost like they had them on sticks, and just moving around like this, like they're flying towards them, and the actors are doing their best to make it look like they're going after birds with
Coat hangers.
coat hangers, like paint stir sticks, just bad.
So Mr. Kelly and I watched 2 movies in sort of preparation for starting Severe Cinema.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was
Zombies.
That's right. Which we
Like
would be a
zombies,
good.
but in a zoo.
In the zoo,
Zombies.
right?
It'd be a really good Severe
I
Cinema.
believe that was
movie.
on Netflix, and I
It
was
was.
tempted.
The only reason that
Couldn't
we
pull the
didn't
trigger.
Yeah, the only reason we didn't do it for Severe Cinema is because at the time it was too recent. We had just seen it. We couldn't
Yep.
give good reactions to it because we'd already watched it.
Right, yeah.
And then we watched Birdemic, and
I cried on the way home.
we were just by the end of the
In
movie,
my
like
truck.
it just wasn't funny anymore. We were just enduring the movie,
And we
halfway
talked
through.
at the end about like how both of us wanted to stop it after like half an hour, but both of us thought the other one wanted to keep going. And so at the end, we just kind of look at each other in silence and go out back for fresh air and more whiskey, and we're just silenced.
I
Just-
watched a 10-minute clip on a break, and I was instantly like in a bad mood. It was just terrible. It's like I still have like 4 hours of my shift, and
And you have to
that
sit there and think about
happened.
Birdemic the whole
Right.
rest of the time.
And it was it was bad. It was so bad. I was angry at it. Like, why is that out here? How
Severe
did this
Cinema
make
almost
it?
died the night we watched that because I didn't
Yeah.
feel like watching any other movies for a while. I was like, I don't
That's
want to do this to myself again.
You've got good bad movies where you can watch it and it's so bad it's funny.
Like Kung Fury, Italian
Cowboys,
Spider-Man,
yes.
Sharknado,
Cowboys
Cowboys
versus
vs. Dinosaurs,
Right, but
Sharknado.
This is a crime. This is like this is like
An atrocity.
this is like, A Clockwork Orange. This is torture. Your eyes are being peeled open. You're forced to watch this. It's awful.
It was bad.
I mean, you play this at Gitmo, and these guys are gone.
Yeah, you job done.
Yeah.
Right there, man.
This
Fuck waterboarding.
Yep. Fucking G-Bay, man. Just put up on the fucking monitors and...
Hey, good news, guys. We're no longer going to waterboard you. Put electricity on your testicles. You're gonna work. It's movie night, baby. Birdemic.
You're going to ask us to do those things.
1 and 2 tonight.
Never will I watch 2. We've watched clips of 2.
Yeah.
But never will we sit and watch 2.
I've watched a review on 2
together. Yeah.
The biggest thing, I think, I mean, of course, the acting was bad, the writing was bad. It was just all bad. The editing, the sound.
It's done on an iPhone. It had to have been done on like an early, like first gen iPhone. It was bad. It was.
Like they didn't. The editor never heard of normalizing, making all of the sound about the same volume.
I had a video camera that used
I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard
those.
of it either. I don't do that stuff though.
I had a video camera that used the little bitty tapes. The
HI8.
Yes. No.
I had one. Oh.
No, but it was the same concept, but they were called something different. They were like a slightly different size. They were like a D something.
I had an HI8 one.
But basically a high 8 tape video camera. And we made videos and made recordings that were of better quality.
I would believe it.
And this was before
smartphones.
This was before smartphones existed. And it was of much better quality.
Yeah, but I think I understand normalizing because I do that when I stream music. There's an option that says normalize, so that you don't. It's like on your TV. You know how the commercials are like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Then you go back to your show and you're like, "What the fuck are they saying?"
Yep.
So
You
I
do
understand the concept. Yes.
I wish I could show the viewers as well this funny YouTube clip about that exact thing. About normalizing audio and Spotify ads specifically being way fucking louder than music. Because this little clip commercial is fucking hilarious. I'll have to show you guys after the stream. You guys are going to miss out on it. I'm sorry.
Well, it was like they recorded audio and like dubbed it in from a mic that was across the room and then just cranked up the gain. But the woman's standing right there, and then they just like forced it in to where it needed to be. So like the guy walks into the restaurant in the beginning, like, "Hey," and then you see her and she goes, "Hi," like shrugs.
Right.
But it sounds like there's all of a sudden like a hard cut and a bunch of background noise, and she's like, "Hi," and it sounds distorted as fuck. And you can tell she's not saying it right there.
I seen a brilliant film last night. Long story short, mother gets killed, son gets kidnapped, and the dad searches the world looking for him. Best film I've seen. So Finding Nemo? Because that's a pretty fantastic film.
It is.
Yeah. No lie. If I'm lying, I'm dying, and I'm sitting right here.
He's still breathing.
Yep.
Respirating.
Respirating.
Yeah, that's
Halloween! Yeah!
But we are doing good Halloween because you are here and you are so fucking dedicated. You're watching this at work. Which, quick side story, me watching Twitch at work won me that video card from AMD.
Hell
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So good things happen when you don't work.
So Halloween, this is Mr. James.
How you doing?
Longtime fan of Severe Cinema. Halloween works for EVGA in California.
California.
IA.
Mm-hmm.
King Chris, what was the film, man?
Yeah, was I right? Was it Finding
that
Nemo?
sounds
Did I
like
ruin the
Finding
joke?
Nemo.
Now I feel like a dick.
All right.
And now we wait for that to hit the stream.
And there's delay, so
Right, and now we wait for it to hit the stream, and then they gotta type, and they're like, "Hey, you fat fuck, you should eat and then eat."
you should eat then eat.
So this makes more sense now when I was messaging you guys through here.
Yeah, with the delay.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Now it won't hit you so hard if I'm not here.
So I actually drew a picture. Well, I traced a picture.
You take credit for that. You're a great drawer.
Oh, I'm an amateur.
Your stick figures are the best.
All right, then I'll take that. But I did
Top fucking notch. That's what we're saying.
I made I was tracing a picture of a guy in power armor, and Halloween came on, and I went ahead and just made the picture about him. If I can find it here on my tablet.
Tableau.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like King Chris is probably mad because I probably ruined his joke. If it wasn't Finding Nemo, please tell me.
You mean like the great knock knock joke that you told?
Oh my god, that could not have gone better.
I'm not even embarrassed about it.
Oh
It
my
was
god,
funny.
Mr. Ryan, that could not have gone better.
Okay.
We have been working hard lately. I mean, we've all exhausted, and so we have this app. It's a
called
messaging app.
Microsoft Teams.
Right.
It's like Skype, but with
Beautiful.
GIFs and YouTube videos and stuff
Right.
now. It's wonderful. So I want to lighten the mood. And so I start telling jokes, and you know about my anti-jokes.
Yeah.
So I start
Beautiful.
I start telling all my anti-jokes, and these guys are cracking the fuck up. And I tell the one about Sally. And so I start with that, and I'm like, okay, I'll ask you. Why did Sally fall off the swing?
Because a bully pushed her.
She had no arms.
Oh, damn. All right.
Mr. Ryan, knock knock.
Who's there?
Not Sally.
She's got no arms.
Right.
She's got no
right,
arms.
right.
And so they're all like reacting to that, and and I'm like, okay, James, I have a really good knock knock joke, but you have to start it. And he goes, knock knock, and I go, who's there? Fuck!
I'm not even gonna lie. He got me. And
I got him so good.
I wasn't even
Oh.
mad about him. Like, that was good. That was good, man.
And you seem a little lost, and that's okay. I'll fill you in. The joke is that you can't have somebody else start a knock knock joke because it has to come back to you. So when I told James, like, I have a great knock knock joke, but you have to start it, he goes knock knock, and I go, who's there? He's got nothing because
Right.
he doesn't have a joke
Wonderful.
prepared.
But you could, well, okay, yeah. So you could, if you were thinking quickly, you could just take it wherever you wanted at that point.
Could have,
Could
but he
have.
wasn't prepared to
Yeah.
because he thought I had a joke.
Right.
I told him I
Yeah.
have a joke.
It was great. It was just one of those moments because at the end of the day, we're just tired.
Yeah.
And,
It's at like stupid o'clock.
and he said, it's just, fuck, I'm such a dumbass. It was beautiful. I have to give it to him. He got me.
I can't find the picture.
I think I may be
That's
the
okay.
first one it worked on, so it's great.
You're the first one I've ever tried it on.
Oh, right on, man. I'm blessed.
So I couldn't be happier. How many viewers we got in here, Mr. Ryan?
3.
I bet one of them's Randon.
better be watching.
I bet I pissed off King Chris. And Halloween's at work.
gone.
Yeah, Halloween's at work, so I get that.
Oh, that's right. It's what...
And we're going on like 2 hours now.
Oh, really? I hadn't noticed.
I haven't even checked the time. I just
did it for the first time and realized.
yeah, I'm good at feeling time.
Yeah. 157.
All right.
All right.
All right.
I don't even know what time we started, but it was about 2 hours ago.
Oh, yes. The classics coming back.
I don't do that anymore.
You don't? I've been doing it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So he's that
I will allow myself to be made fun of right
he
now.
can't do it.
I
I don't know if
physically
I can do
can't.
this. I'm not going to try.
Well,
Right now, I'm going to go home and
So
practice.
I got made fun of by
Dave
T and this guy because they could both fart using this fucking thing.
Hold on. I don't think
I swear to God, if you also can't do it, I'll be the happiest man alive.
I don't think I can do it. So wait, it's just the bass, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
That was like a puff. Like him. This is him.
Right.
I can't fucking do it.
Oh, I heard a little bit.
I heard a little.
Yeah.
But I still can't do it.
But I mean, you could probably with practice. I practice. I can't do it. I can't fart like that.
You know what? I can't do it with the hands either. It just puffs them in.
I can when it's wet.
Wet.
That's what you get. It's like that silent fart that just makes enough wind. Yeah. Just like that.
But yeah, me and Dave T made fun of him really bad for that.
I can't do it. And it might be because I was laughing. Because it's like, oh, look at me. Now you're just rubbing it in.
Yeah.
Yep, that happens a lot too.
Brandon says, "GIF dance off."
Yeah, gift dance off.
Really sure what?
Well, so that's in reference
yes.
to mostly James and I.
Okay.
Because in this messaging app, the Microsoft Teams, you have tons of GIFs at your disposal. You just search and it pops up. And he and I would have dance-offs, like GIFs of various things dancing, and then at some point along the way, one of us would post something just so outrageous, like it just won.
Right.
Okay.
And that's a really good way to pass the time when work is really shitty and stressful.
We took it a step further one day.
Yeah, and I wanted you to tell them about this.
We I don't even remember what the conversation was, but he posted a picture of walking.
Okay.
And I believe it was something about cowbell, maybe fever for the cowbell.
It started with cowbell.
Right.
Like,
Guys,
so
we need more cowbell.
need more
So
cowbell.
I'm like, wait a minute. Christopher Walken was a dancer. He cut his teeth on Broadway. So, Chris Walken, dancing gifts. We had a walking off, and it was
Walken
magical.
dancing. It had to be Christopher Walken
Right.
dancing, or you're
Right.
disqualified. There's an unspoken rule.
And then there was challenges. You know, whether or not, because it wasn't Christopher Walken dancing, but we had background dancing. So it was whether or not we had to allow it. So Brandon became our judge, whether or not to allow it, because we couldn't be impartial about it. I was a no on that. He was a yes, and then Brandon was our judge. And so it goes on, and then we just started making rules. You have 2 minutes
Yep.
to GIF it,
And
or you are stepping away.
Yeah, you're stuck on a call. You don't see the message within 2 minutes. That
Sorry.
sucks. Or you have to go to break. First one to have to go to break loses because you had 2 minutes,
Right.
motherfucker.
Man,
But
call
it's
center games.
It's magical. That was probably our best dance off, was walking. It was amazing.
And when work gets dark, we've got the dance off. Work was especially dark today because 1, you weren't there, and we missed you, and 2, Brandon and I were there. We didn't even talk to each other.
What?
You'll see when you go back. Like there were like no chats.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like a good portion of it. I had a trainee today that won't be with tech support anymore. And so the whole time I had that trainee, it's hard for him to be at the computer and me to tell him, okay, go into see where it says GIFs, click GIFs, and then search for this. And
Right. I need to do this quickly. I got 2 minutes.
so that had a big portion of it. But both of us admit, like at the end of the day, we're like, feel kind of sad. Like we've both been here. We haven't talked to each other at all.
You make me feel bad about it. But I'm gonna be honest. I need to stay away a little
I
bit.
don't want you to feel bad. You're on vacation. Have a vacation. Don't feel bad about it. You
I
feel
don't
bad
want
about
to
it.
be
You
dark,
dumb.
man. I don't want it to be dark. I mean, I feel great that you guys are missing me. That is
sure.
awesome. But yeah, I need this time away. Everybody needs a reboot. Get away. And do this. I didn't know I had the gift of gab and this beautiful voice.
Man with the golden voice, Mr. James.
I feel like maybe I could be your news guy. Just hand me some papers. I'll shuffle them a little bit. I'll do the Jim Rome pauses.
Straighten him.
I'll do the Jim Rome.
Jim Rome. Oh my God, I used to listen to him on AM radio.
I've listened to him for 20 some years. Maybe
Is he still
more.
on?
Yeah.
Is he still doing
He
stuff?
moved to CBS radio, I believe. So he's on a different station altogether. No, he's still on our local talk radio station, whatever it is, 97.8 or whatever.
Something like that.
It
Yeah.
used to be 1330 AM.
Right. Because he was on ESPN radio for a lot of years, and then he moved to CBS. And I know he's got... He also had... They started doing televising it, which is a bad idea because he's an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, I know he pissed some guy off. Like he kept calling him Chris.
Chris... Well, it wasn't Everett. It was old San Diego Charger
Yeah.
quarterback.
Yeah.
Everett was Chris Everett. And he kept calling him Chris Everett because of the tennis star, Chris Everett.
Right.
And so, or she called Chrissy Elliott or Christine, whatever it was. He kept calling him Chrissy, and he literally threw the table, jumped over the table at Jim Rome.
Yeah, he's like, if you want to take a station break, you can, but if you call me Chris one more time, and then he just Chris, and he flipped the table, came at him, like grabbed him.
Right.
I gotta find this.
Yeah.
It's on. You'll find it easily.
I gotta find this. This is fucking awesome. I hadn't heard of that at all.
Yeah, he is a nutty motherfucker. I only listened to him really because he came on after a show.
Nuttier than
I
squirrel
had to
shit.
stop listening to him because of his callers. You know what I'm talking about? They come on to ramble and talk smack and try to get through it, and the whole rack 'em to get on, put into the whatever his Friday thing, whatever he does, and it just got annoying because these guys are, and they're practicing, they're writing this stuff, and it's not on the fly, so it's not good anymore.
Scripted.
Right, and it's terrible. And then he has this smack off right around the Super Bowl every year. And there's a UFC fighter, or used to be UFC. I think he's in Bellator now. I can't remember. Kale
It's kind of a
Sonnen.
step down.
Kale Sonnen, I believe his name is. And he calls in the show to do this, to talk smack, because he's actually great.
And that's like just the thing they do. It's just call into the show and talk smack.
Right, just to talk smack, and then they say war to something or other, like war.
Sounds
this
pretty
big dick
circle
energy.
jerky.
Yeah,
Sounds pretty circle jerky.
It can be.
Yeah.
right. And so I just like, listen to something else. But he does those pauses, and you hear the paper. Yep.
So let's talk about shows. Is anybody watching? I know you were a fan of Westworld.
Oh, amazing show.
I heard so many good things about
It is
Westworld.
Yeah.
great.
I know nothing about it.
Okay.
I've never even seen a trailer. Nothing. I
Okay.
don't know shit about it.
Okay, to sum it up fairly quickly, amazing AI and what seems to be human. You cannot tell,
Synths.
essentially. But it's an old movie, Westworld, with a bald guy, Yul Brynner.
I know Yul
Okay.
Brynner. Of Yul
Essentially,
Brynner.
Westworld is an amusement park for adults. Grab a horse, shoot an Indian, whatever your thing is.
Kind of like
One
Hostel.
of each, please.
You can pay to do anything to somebody. Kind of a thing.
Wow.
Like-
You're not,
It's like
but you're murdering artificial life, not real life.
so like The Purge, but against robots.
Yes and no.
Kind of.
Wild West Purge with robots.
No, I wouldn't say purge, because it's an amusement park for adults.
Oh, okay.
So you're paying, but it's not just it's $120 for my family. It's $50,000 to take something like that. Okay, so it's a rich people fantasy type deal. Get your groove on, whatever it may be, but it's an amazing show, and it has Sir Anthony Hopkins in it. The first season,
I'm a
okay?
big Anthony Hopkins fan.
Sir
I had no
Anthony
idea.
Hopkins.
Right. He earned it.
Is season 2 as good as season 1?
At first, I was because it's a continuation of the ending of the finale, which was amazing. It was just you're like, fuck, that's awesome. But then they start to build the characters of the AI versus the humans. And you get some more background story of how Westworld came to be and who the Man in Black is. Now, it builds a little slow, but then it takes off like a fucking rocket. And it's beautiful. The imagery, everything is beautiful.
Where is it?
It's HBO.
So torrents. Got it.
All right.
Arr, he's a pirate.
So it is great. It's just the writing and the actors that they bring to you are great.
So I remember,
as long as the writing is
I
good.
remember you talking. Like I started watching it because of you, and I didn't make it past the first episode. You mentioned that it starts off slow.
Right, because it's just an introduction. Oh, it's a park, they get to do this. But here's the thing. What you're seeing in the timelines, There's a lot of jumping back and forth, but eventually you get it. You understand what's the flashback, what's real time. You'll get there. And then once you get that, then the second season is yours.
Great.
Okay.
I was really hoping for another show to add to my list that I'm
It
way
is
behind
great.
on
I mean,
already.
Well, it
Because
sounds
I
like I need
actually...
to-
Like
another
Game of
show that I
Thrones,
used to
The
watch,
Expanse.
The Walking
fucking-
Dead.
Oh, The Expanse.
What's The Expanse?
The Expanse is a show that I want to watch super bad because he and I refer to it all the time, and I've seen almost
I've seen
none
it
of
all.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so it's mankind has it's like 200 years in the future, I think. Mankind has colonized the solar system. So you have 3 main political bodies. You have Earth, you have Mars, and you have the Belt.
Asteroid Belt.
And that's where Baratna comes from. Does he know about Baratna?
Have you ever heard me say that?
No.
'Cause I say it a lot as a alternative. That's the word.
Like bro.
to brother or bro.
It means brother
I'll
in
probably
Belt.
pay more attention to it now.
So so Earth, of course, is snooty and
The rich people.
European kind of.
Pure bloods.
Mars was an Earth colony, and they separated themselves, and now they're all like militant assholes. And it's an entire civilization focused on one thing, and that's to terraform Mars. And they're all dicks.
Because you don't have to have a great personality to terraform a fucking planet.
Hell nah. They're technologically advanced compared to Earth.
Fuck you, Brandon.
Oh.
He's referencing this just to get a rise out of James and I.
Oh,
We
Quit
love
being
Bob's
lazy.
Burgers so
Watch
much.
it.
And he watches this other TV and reads all these other books and has watched like 3 episodes of Bob's Burgers.
he's a book reader.
Oh.
I'm a book reader too, and I still have plenty of time for
All
TV.
right, Bob's Burgers.
I read lots. I have so many books right now on my phone. I read all the time, and I still watch TV. Stop being a procrastinating little bitch.
Right. You can do this, Brandon.
Love you, Brandon. You can do this.
But the Belters, okay,
Yes.
so there's like all these asteroids that have big ass space stations on them, and then the Belters stay there. And so the Belters are like the dirties, like the bad neighborhood of the solar
Wrong
system.
side of the tracks.
Yeah. And so okay, so Earth has, and so another big thing of the show is gravity. So there's a lot of like, Star Trek is science fiction. Like, oh, we got this warp drive, and we have to dilithium chamber, all this.
Stuff
The
that doesn't
Expanse
exist.
is science fact.
Oh.
So there's a lot of thought went into making this seem like, okay, this could be real
This is what it would be like if people lived
in space.
on Mars.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm interested.
So Earth, if you're born on Earth, you've lived in 1G your whole life. Your bones form together,
normal
and your
gravity.
muscular system forms correctly. If you were born on Mars, not so much, because it's smaller. Gravity's not so much. Now, if you were born in the Belt, you're just fucked. Your bones are brittle. You're weak as hell.
So you're like Mr. Glass.
Yeah, actually, yes, kind of. So anyway, that comes into play, but it's just a really, really good science fiction drama.
And this is like a TV series, right?
Yep. There's 3 seasons. They just finished airing season 3.
And it's another one of those shows that I need to watch.
Right.
And
It's
it's
so
and
good.
I'm already behind on it.
Brandon, do you think you can get on this? Do you think you can watch that?
After Bob's Burgers,
Bob's Burgers.
I'm rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine again.
That's
That
so
is-
good.
It is.
I'm
Nice.
in love with that show, and like it so much so. So you know how a lot of people, if you're in a relationship, you end up watching a show with that person that you're only allowed to watch that show with that
Yep.
person.
Yep.
So
Or it's
Brooklyn Nine-Nine
cheating
was
if you
like
don't,
that
yeah.
because I showed Jessica Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then she, we kind of had that talk. Like, you got to watch that with me. I like it so much, and she understood that on my Hulu profile, I'm way fucking ahead of her. but I rewatch the episodes with her on her schedule, and I don't even mind.
It is a good show.
Like,
it really
I'm
is.
on like almost season 3, and she's on like season 1, episode 10. And the next time we watch it together, I'll be rewatching an episode, and I'm like, I don't even care. Let's watch it.
It's just such a great ensemble.
The
works.
writing, the jokes.
Yes. When it got canceled, the world died.
I know. The internet exploded. People were like, the fuck you think you're doing?
Voices cried out in agony.
Even Luke Skywalker was pissed off.
Yes, he was.
So he has time to finish Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But not... I can't stop giving you shit about it until you watch it. Like,
Right.
even if it doesn't make sense, I'm still going to give you shit about it.
It's like when Andy Samberg was eating the fruit roll-up burrito with gummy bears in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the captain says, I sympathize for your dentist. Well, I don't have a dentist, so the joke's on you.
That was, we just rewatched that episode on Jessica's thing, and even that scene is so good.
It is.
Because he's like, yeah, just as soon as I get done eating breakfast, and Captain Holt's like, isn't that just gummy bears wrapped in a fruit roll up? And he goes, breakfast burrito, but yeah, breakfast burrito, but yeah. I pity your dentist.
Have you seen those cotton candy burritos?
No.
I don't
I'm
know.
interested,
I don't
though.
know.
No. They
Ryan has a problem with candy.
Yeah.
it's an addiction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell him.
Well,
Let me tell you about his addiction real quick. So keep that in
Okay.
your mind. This is how bad it is for Mr. Ryan. So one of our videos introduced us to wine gums, which is wine-flavored gummy candy from the UK. That's the basics of it. I won't go too deep. So Ryan and I bought a bag and split it for the next episode, and it was a fun thing that we did, and they were fucking delicious. So Ryan wanted to buy more to reminisce, so Ryan bought 6 bags and ate 5 of them before giving me my one. In one fucking sitting, am I right?
Nearly.
Nearly?
are you the guy that's going to take down that 3-pound gummy bear?
I could.
He could.
Tell him how much I can put away.
All of it.
I do recall on the podcast about your what was it? The food.
I told them about
Bionic Burger.
Bionic Burger.
Oh, yes.
About you mistakenly getting the double $6 million burger because we didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
There's no fucking descriptions on the fucking
Everybody
board.
looked at you in wonderment.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay.
Are you sure?
Right.
I'm like, yeah.
And so apparently, I think I'd mentioned this to you, apparently they have a food challenge, and the challenge is just to eat one of those things you ate.
A single, not a double.
And a large fry and a time limit. And he had a double and a large fry in 14 fucking seconds when I had my back turned.
Child's play, man.
Like
And
dodging
I
2 bullets.
I can't. I'm a fat man, but I don't eat that much. I get full very fast.
Yeah. It was like dodging 2 bullets.
So
was child's play.
In this podcast, we've established that I have no self-control when it comes to candy, and I can put away some food.
Yeah.
So like when we go to TJ's, I'll routinely get a triple, and it's no.
And
problem.
it just ain't no thing. He could probably have some more.